Hello everybody and welcome to Wraith! This game that we play on Thursdays usually. Hi. How are you?
Hi.
Hey. How are you doing? I didn't see you there. Now I do. You, Fax Fox. I didn't see you there, but now I see you. Haha, McSherry, wow! Since when were you over there? And you look so gorgeous and wonderful. Thank you for being here tonight, as well as anybody else. Tonight we are going to go around the table and introduce brand new people that maybe others have no idea who the hell they are. But we know, and that's important because then we can tell you. So the first one up tonight is going to be Sanan. You're up first. Look at that.
What? Oh shit! I was just exploring this brand new thing I found out about Fantasy Grounds. Fine, I'll go. Hi everyone, I'm Sinan. Introducing new character as well.
Yes.
Okay. Normally play Admiral Cal Ronan, great guy, but now I'm also playing Olfang, a character from another streamed game a while ago. He's a nice little wolf boy that barely speaks the whatever language we're speaking now in this world, but is trying to learn, and was and that previous game was taken away from us too soon because his party members decided to have inner monologues and try to run away because instead of helping him in a dire situation. So yeah, I'm hoping he'll survive a little longer this time. It was so nice. He didn't have any concept of lying or like lying or any like trickery. And like he was just about to find out that he can actually like do that sort of thing because he was living in a sort of a grimdark world, and he doesn't have to always like. He was turning a little bit more like not as good of a boy, so it was kind of nice that it was taken too pure. Maybe now with the help of Nova and nicer characters, he'll stay that way, or maybe go through transformation. Who knows? We'll see. God damn it, stop making me go first tie. I get awkward, especially when I've discovered something new that's blowing my mind simultaneously.
You know what? It was still fabulous. So we'll move on from there, allowing you to continue exploring the crazy news stuffs. And we'll move over to Shannon and your new character.
But I'm crooked in my square and it's bothering me.
Nobody wants to go today.
I can move you in your square.
I'm Shannon. I play Nova. I am the same person who plays Nova. I just have regular ears today and not the purple hers because it was a long day. And then I get to play Nova, and then I get to play Penelope, and Penelope was a World of Darkness Vampire the Masquerade character that was in a game that Sanan actually GM'd. That was also the series got canceled when we moved to another tier. Not all I have to say about that. But Penelope was fantastic. She is pure chaos incarnate, but with a heart, as opposed to Darian, who wanted to come in and be pure chaos incarnate as well, but is just an ass. But he'll get introduced later. Anyway, so they really kind of fit into this game. I'm excited to play Penelope, and I kind of wish that I had time to get all gothed out, because that would be super fun. And I still have half that jewelry. So, yay!
Well, maybe some point in the future. We'll move on from there to Anna and Zeta.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna, also known as Sanctum Cosplays. I usually play Birch, the dumb plant, but I'm also playing the dumb plant and the chaos bean. Anxiety bean, really. Zeta Mayun, also known as Z, was a character from two Aether and Steamworks games ago that was also lost to time and fire. We'll say fire. She was just anxiety incarnate and spent a large portion of that entire campaign convinced she could save Aiden from the grips of Abraxas. And now that Aiden is saved from the grips of Abraxas, she's done her job. She's doing great. And I'm just hoping I'm more prepared to watch her fade back into ash this time. I'm not, but I'm just hoping eventually I'll get there.
Oh, jeez. If only you could read the notes I have available. then you maybe would just know what's gonna happen. Never mind. Moving right along to Era and Rob.
Hello!
I have a password to this computer. Just go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. No, this is important information. Share with the class. Hello, I'm Rob, but that doesn't matter because tonight I'm not gonna be Rob. I'm gonna be Era, the not Baji, not future not Oracle. The in fact just good old fashioned. Wait, is Incadus the wrong term?
Incadus is right, but you're a cobber.
It's the umbrella, right?
Yeah.
Incadus is the umbrella? Yeah. So I'm a cobber, Incadus, chosen, gifted, not chosen. Wow, this really fell off the rails.
You're doing great. Just keep going.
Which is fitting. You know, here's the thing. Thinking like Era, there's another timeline version of me, which is already done with this intro and did incredibly. And that's the only one that matters if you're thinking like Era. So, yes, unlike our soon-to-be talked about gifted friend, we're walking straight down the path of acceptance, which is tons of fun. And I don't have anybody extra because Era already has maybe the future / past version of himself rattling around in his head. So
you could have just stopped at Era is extra and could have been fine.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
Era, for some reason, keeps showing up in everybody's past, presents, and futures all over the place. Yeah. So, that's not abnormal.
I mean, listen, I don't question it. Era doesn't question it, so I think we can just move on.
All right, well, moving on, indeed, we go over to Steven and Darian.
Hey everyone, I am Steven, no Deviant Devil. I am playing normally Aiden, but as well Darian now, who is also from the Vampire the Masquerade game, from which Penelope was a part of which Sinan was the master of. Wow, okay, that's out of the way. He is, very charismatic, likes to have a good following, likes to be the center of attention, total a-hole. Like, he just does what he wants when he wants with no fear of repercussion in any sort of way, and has a little lackey Todd, and Todd, bless his soul, will just do anything that Darian wants, and that's not usually the best of things for him to do. I'd say that's him in a nutshell. Ha!
Moving on from there.
What's he doing in that nutshell?
Get out of that nutshell. Moving on from there to Stratful and Crackpaw.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stratful, playing as Crackpaw, the wise and smart Skixen alchemist that, is just trying to get out there and have a little bit of respect thrown on his name, because you know how things are. You see a small little Skixen like playing with some chemicals, and suddenly, there's a poison bomb being produced. Oh no, chemical warfare! And really, you don't stop to understand or to even think about how great that chemical warfare is being created. Like, oh my God, 10 out of 10, simply perfect, and the results really speak for themselves. And who did it? Crackpaw did it. That's all you need to know. Crackpaw.
Everyone's always asking what war crimes Crackpaw's doing, and not how war crimes Crackpaw's doing.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, in the eras before, we had a Skixen trying to Brewster their way to creating other Skixen, or turning Skixen back into Chancers. Crackpaw had already discovered that and then decided to reverse it and try to make more people into Skixen.
Yep.
How can you say no to that cute little face you see right now on your screen?
I mean,
all right, so last episode, everything went topsy-turvy and crazy-wazy. There was some sort of anomaly. Not the first time this crew has run into time or space or weird universal anomalies that seem to be following them around in greater regard recently. I'm sure that has nothing to do with anything. And now there are these strange figures that all seem to have, I guess, attachments to one another for some reason. A strange drawing of the thoughts and the patterns and the structures of their decision-making kind of tied to the crew of the Zephyr that's here. And we're going to start off where we left off. In the middle of a giant war as the Empire and the Monarchy were fighting back and forth around the vessel. So we will start off again, semi-randomly deciding who's going to start this round and see where we go from here. Now, knowing that impacts that you have in the past might really screw up your future, take those considerations in before you make any decisions about what you want to do. I'm going to roll at random to see which one of us starts this time, again, and where you're at. In this case, it is going to be Strat. Are you going to start as Crackpaw or as Nohu?
I'll start things off as Crackpaw. Sure.
All right, so Crackpaw and some of the other newbies were all inside of the mess hall, inside the center of the ship, while there was cannon fire and people running to and fro. A little bit too chaotic for the crew to really notice too much about what's going on, although getting strange looks to everybody that has just kind of come through these portals. That kind of thing still is happening. So what do we see Crackpaw doing?
All right. He needs to assess the situation and see his surroundings. So probably he'll move about to somewhere in which he can get a better picture of what is going on and hopefully find some way to escape this battle. Probably that is, how do you call it, a lifeboat of some sort or escape
Looking for a
escape
skiff.
pod. Indeed, yeah.
All right, so Crackpaw starts looking around immediately. Give me an aware roll.
All right, aware.
Excuse me, audience. I just coughed into our audience's faces. With a 22, Crackpaw looking around everywhere, the first thing you notice is a genius created this vessel. It's also a bit of a puzzle. You can't quite tell where you would expect a skiff to be, either on the deck or down in the hold, down towards the bottom. So one or the other, equally as likely. Some of the crewmates that are rushing to and fro kind of bump into you and move to their battle stations. There are cannons laden upon the walls nearby. You see them like moving over to them and firing off in the distance. Actually, they're waiting to fire until their captain gives them the order, but they're preparing to fire if necessary. So where do you head from there?
All right. Second priority with the time that Crackpaw spent on a not similar vessel, but spacefaring vessel. The now lower parts of the ship are usually the ones where the storage and the equipment, the hold is kept like stuff with the equipment and such.
Yes.
So he'll rush over there to equip himself, considering he was trapped and bound and he didn't have the time to get his chemicals. So he'll go and try to resupply himself.
All right, so Crackpaw turns and runs down the stairs, heading into the hold down below. We move from there to the captain, Cal, and Nova, who was nearby him. I think Birch was also right on their heels at that point in time. You have, of course, come back through the portal where you have friends with you, but you're still in the positions that you left off at. Cal, you're at the base of the stairs that head up onto the deck. Nova, you're right behind him. Birch, you're right behind her. And then surrounding you are the individuals that you drew through the portal with you.
Wasn't it just Ulfang?
It was Ulfang, yes. I think, was that the only? Yeah, the two of you were there when Ulfang got drawn through, yes.
Yeah,
so it's just
Penelope
Ulfang there.
was different, yeah. And
Penelope
Zeus was Aiden.
was with
Darian.
Penelope was with Nohu and
Nohu and Darian. Yeah, so Nohu has both Darian and Penelope with him. And then Ulfang
We have
was
the
with
puppy.
you. And Z was with Aiden. Okay, so that's where we're at. Era, you popped out wherever you were at last. I think the last place you were with was actually with
I
Cal.
was with the vampire crew. Yep.
Yeah, so
Because
You
they were
have-
the last ones.
right.
You popped in and out. Sorry, I forgot that you were there. You did.
Yeah.
You're like a ping pong
He
ball.
was
I kept
everywhere.
hearing-
So
Yeah.
you are now there with Nohu. So that's where you're at the moment. So we've got Cal, Ulfang, Nova, and Birch all together.
Now, Cal wasn't with us when we met Ulfang.
No, but he was right in front of you when you all got teleported away.
Okay.
Yeah, because you guys had that heart-to-heart where I was awkwardly sitting in the flower room, definitely kind of listening, and also very much being there.
Yes. Yes, yes. Okay.
Did we just get a dog?
Yes.
Did
dog.
we just get a dog?
Ulfang, Cal, Ulfang. You guys are going to get along really well.
He is really good at doing like a roar kind of situation. It's very cute.
Gabby. Yeah,
I'm
he's
stabby.
like
Hello.
not too stabby, just like the right level of stabby.
The correct amount of stabby, I agree.
Mhm.
Ufang, nice to meet you. Not dog. Forgot what Ufang creature name was, but that. Ah!
Sea puppy.
Oh my god! It speaks. It's a talking dog.
Oh, I just thought. Oh, he does. I kind of just assumed that whole thing where I can talk to animals but nobody else can, and then I assumed that Birch probably could because she's like a tree. So that was my assumption, and I apologize, Birch. But you can hear him too. That's so handy.
Well, I guess he's wearing armor and has a little sword. So
I know it's so cute.
yes, dog. Switching from one to one gonna be hard. Ufang, good man.
Mm-hmm. None of us have sympathy for you because we've all had to do it.
So you hear a shout from Muriel up above. Captain, Captain, we need your assistance.
All right, I'm coming. Oh my god, I'm slimy from that experience. What's happening?
We're in the middle of a war between elven ships and dwarven ships.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've seen that kind of ships before. Haven't we seen that in a museum before?
Well, yeah, but they're shooting at us now.
Would Nova
Evasive maneuvers. Sorry, Nova.
No, you evasive maneuver. It's priority. I was just thinking that I read a book or two, so I might recognize the ships.
You could get up onto the deck and take a look.
There's no portholes on the Zephyr.
There are. I mean, you could run over to one and look out of it too.
I just want to look out a window.
All
I
right,
assumed there
so
was
you
one
rush
right
to a
there.
window.
I
Give me an
thought it was a fan.
aware roll as you look out the window, staring at some of these vessels. There's +1s coming out from Red, Black, Golden. We also got those
I
earlier
know.
ones from Nat 20
Oh gosh.
Nova.
Do I
Good.
know?
Good roll to start. So, you either are going to identify some weaknesses in the forces on the side of the ship that you looked out of, or you're going to identify what this battle was.
What the particular battle was?
Yep. So you know the history of what happened here.
I mean, I feel like if there were weaknesses in the boat, if I knew the entire history of the battle, I would know the skiffs and the boats and stuff, and what. But fine.
No,
fine,
you're
that's
talking
fine.
about the history, what the history books
I
wrote
would
down about the
like
fight,
to
not the specifics
say-
of it.
I would like to say, like, I would like to know the weaknesses, but then I feel like, oh, this is where they dropped the, like, genophage weird, crazy bullshit that turned you inside out and blue, you know? Like, so I think I'll just go with knowing the history of the battle, I guess. One step ahead.
So, the dwarves have it registered as Skirmish 1X303, and the history books at the university call it external. Never mind. We'll just go with the other one. So it's 1303. That's the skirmish that happened where basically the Empire writes down that it was an entire loss. Everything died. They don't have anything other than a record of basically residue of all of the vessels in the area kind of drifting in a giant cloud.
Cal?
Yes.
Darling. I wouldn't panic or anything, but I'm pretty sure this is Shanna doesn't remember numbers battle, and it's the battle where everything basically disappears and nobody knows what happened, and everybody kind of got like vaporized, and I think it may have been a chemical thing or something, but this is probably not something we should be involved in, and we should probably leave. Or do we have to save everybody? What is the moral implications here? You should make the decision. I love you.
Love you too. Thank you. I mean, if we're back in time, last time we did something back in time, one of our own disappeared and we need to find them. So I guess we gotta get the fuck out of here. Miriam, get us out!
Get us out. Okay, all right. Evasive maneuvers. And suddenly, Gray Whiskers makes a roll to avoid damage. Everybody starts going into a situation where the ship starts turning very, very rapidly. And it looks like Black Whiskers didn't do so hot. But then again, neither did the enemy. So the ship takes a couple of blasts. Starts shaking. Everybody, do your best Star Trek shake impression. And, give me an agile roll to retain your feet. Your main characters only is necessary. Oh, we got 2 crit failures out there. So Era and Aiden. I'm assuming Era, you have aced.
Great.
Is that what you've done? Is that what?
No, it just rolled twice. That's
Okay.
an at 1 for me.
I feel like the mental imagery for me for Era would be that of like Yoda in episode 2 or 3, where he's ping ponging all over the place, but only there's no.
But
control.
not intentionally.
Yeah,
Yes.
just flopping about.
Yeah.
You're
Bouncing
kind of
off,
bouncing
got
off of
steam
everything.
Yeah.
With a critical failure, Era.
Yeah.
You're so embarrassed. That's it. Okay, move on.
Do you want to take heavy damage from something that occurs? Or do you want to cause some sort of accident on the ship that everybody then
Alright,
has
give
to
me
deal
some damage, Ty.
with? Alright, so Era first, like...
Era's at full health. This is a weird place for him to
There's an
be,
explosion
so-
that goes off, and Era kind of twists, falls, and begins rolling down the stairwell. Thump, 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 all the way down to the bottom, hitting every
Just
single stair on the
cartoon
way.
style.
And then as he smashes into the bottom of the floor where he's at, he crashes into Crackpaw's leg, and chemicals are spilled all over it.
It's okay, my face broke to fall.
Give me a tough roll, Era, and Crackpaw, if you would.
Yeah.
Give me a brains roll to see if you were working on something or if you just happened to have chemicals nearby. All right, so I'll leave it up to you. Were you currently
Wow.
concocting something, or did you just happen to gather some noxious chemicals?
Who are you talking about? Of course he was up to something.
All right, give me a chaos roll, and we'll see what happens to Era. This is your penance.
And so
for
this
the
is
fall.
the good option because I rolled well.
Yes, this
Great.
is the good
Love it.
option.
No, yeah. Listen, I love that for me.
Okay, so as you're smashed into the floor, we're gonna say you take 2 wounds. So go ahead and take those. You're
Ooh.
covered in bruises and bumps and whatnot. And then you see cockroaches start coming out of the barrels and boxes and things nearby. Little tiny bugs, some weevils, things like that. And they all start picking you up off the floor.
Good. Can I like think forward?
And they start moving you across the floor.
Yes. Yes, my minions.
So we see Era being pushed by weevils through the hold. We move up to Aiden. Aiden, you also critically failed. You have 2 options. Do you lose the book somehow? Or do you find yourself slipping off the edge of the ship through the porthole?
Okay,
the book.
portholes are small. You can't make it just like Winnie the Pooh. You couldn't.
Aiden's slim.
I mean,
Aiden
yeah,
has no
slim.
hips.
I mean, does it? He seems to like he had a good like hip to chest ratio in the pictures.
This is also a pirate ship. It isn't up to regulations, you know.
I guess that's true.
That's very true.
These portals are non-regulation.
We'll put this human-sized porthole.
Whoop.
Poor design choice. I'm slipping off the ship. I need the book.
All right,
Screw
so
it.
you're still looking at that. You're looking up where you can see these the strange individual that is there with you. And then Z, as you're standing there, you see him kind of slide backwards. You grab onto the wall, and you see him like slam up to the edge of the wall, and then you see a white flash, and he just kind of goes through it.
He's
And
like,
you see him floating
"Oh,
in the
shit."
void on the outside.
That's not even something I can grab you from. What did you do?
I'm floating.
So floating there in the void, give me a tough roll to see how well you're holding your breath, because you aren't, able to just exist in the void anymore.
-3 tough. Let's go.
I'm sure you'll be
So
fine.
with
know,
a
it's
2,
chill.
you then hear
fine.
from a familiar voice, this floating being nearby just looks at you and goes,
Look at you. Looks like you could use my help, couldn't you?
Yes, I could.
Oh, why
All
don't we
right.
Try that again.
and now you have Guide My
Fine.
Hand occur.
Guide my hand. Let's go. Tough. Come on. Oh wait, I gotta select guide my hand. Yeah.
You just roll Guide My Hand, yeah.
Okay.
Should the Zephyr be equipped with like one of those giant spring arms with the white glove that just like grabs things and like pulls them back
At
in?
this point,
You
they
would
really
think.
should.
Wow.
Hey. All right. So you do take a wound as you're kind of floating there, and you're
Fine.
feeling your mortality slipping away like a cold winter, just pulling the heat from your bones. And as you're floating there, you just see Abraxas moving nearby, and he kind of casually flicks you a little bit here and there, so you're like floating very lightly. And he
You're
just looks at you and goes,
Really just fucking with me right now, aren't you?
I could save us, you know, or I could just let you die and just take over once again.
Just put me on the ship. Please. Please. Stop fucking with me.
I tell you what, I'll put you on the ship, but you owe me something.
Well, obviously, I'm going to have to make this frickin' deal, so what do you want?
I'll tell you when it shows up.
Oh, fuck you. As usual. Nope, we're standing here. We'll see. If you could take me over, we're going to die together out here.
All right.
Fitting, really.
You do remember I'm a being of death, right?
Yeah. That's detached and weak and leeching on to me. We'll see what happens.
you begin floating there for a while, your eyes bulging, pain starting to radiate through your body. Give me another tough roll, please.
Just pop him back in.
Can I not do anything to help him at this point?
That is an 8. You take another wound on the outside.
Did you use your black, red, golden, and fax fox?
I will use those +2 for that one, make it a 10.
A 10.
I don't know if it'll save me
That's
from my
not
wound,
enough.
but...
That's not enough to save you from your wounds. So Z, from the outside, you rush over to the porthole, and you can just see Aiden floating out there, and you see like that black shadowy figure moving around him in the darkness, but he keeps like flipping it off.
Gonna try. What room were we in? Is it like a situation where I can tie a bunch of bed sheets together and throw something heavy in its general
It's
direction?
a guest room, and the porthole in front of you is, like everybody stated, very tiny. It's about the size around of as like a watermelon with heavy glass that helps protect it from fire on the outside.
Can you just is any part of the Zephyr made out of wood? Could you just like use a part of the outside of the Zephyr and use wood magic to just yoink him?
No,
He
the Zephyr's made out of metallic components completely. That's what's part of its charm. And Z, yeah, if you've read your notes
She
on
lost
your
all of
character,
her abilities to be cool.
Not Z. I thought I was. Oh, Birch is what I was talking about. Z's not.
Birch
that
doesn't
makes
really
sense,
care that much
Yeah.
about Aiden right now. Also, she's still on the inside and hasn't seen it.
Yeah, now the logistics are actually kicking in.
Can I run up, try and find some rope and something heavy, and use the only ability that I have left, which is strong, as Z, and chuck it towards Aiden?
all right. So you go and you run up the stairs as quickly as you can, trying to get past everybody while the vessel is shaking. We move back at this point before Z goes rushing up there to Cal and Nova. Nova, are you staying near the porthole down below, or did you go upstairs with Cal towards the deck?
I went with Cal.
All right, Birch, did you follow them, or did you go somewhere else?
I probably Nova said she was gonna find me a battle station, so I'm gonna go with Nova, who said she'd find me a battle station.
Right,
I
just
don't know what a
following
battle
you.
station is, but I'm gonna sure as hell find one.
Okay.
I still remember. And then given Olfang the option, do you want to stay here or do you want to come with us?
Olfang, you can see you're on a boat.
Go outside? Yeah, right.
You are
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. It's very big night. Too many stars. Also, star explode.
Actually, you know what? Maybe you should stay here. There's some snacks in the pantry over there that you could sit and munch on, and we'll
Wait.
be back.
Are we outside, or are we inside? Have I
We're-
mixed with that?
Currently inside.
Oh,
You
then I
can-
have not
Olfang
seen
can
night,
see up-
so I could.
Olfang can see up the stairwell to the sky above,
Yeah,
but you
we're-
can't see that it's surrounding you entirely.
Ufan curious. Ufan, come.
Okay.
All right, Cal, you rush up the stairwell,
Nothing could go wrong.
and you see explosions radiating out through the skies around you to the void everywhere. As there are vessels going to and fro, just blasting away at one another. You're kind of caught in the center. As of yet, it doesn't look like they've targeted you specifically. I think neither side knows which side you're fighting for yet. but you know that it's only a matter of time before they all just decide to destroy you because you don't look like either one of them.
I'm an elf. Fucking princess. Anyway, what?
Cal, so what are your orders as captain as you rush up onto the deck?
How does it look? Does
Muriel's
it look like we're
trying
gonna
to.
leave?
Muriel's telling Grey Whiskers just to kind of find a path out as best they can. And Grey Whiskers is like frantically turning the ship to and fro. There are shots coming from every direction. Some energy-style weapons and magical weapons you haven't seen used. Very powerful cannons. There's some heavy equipment here that probably is way more expensive and time-consuming to create than the Empire that you know at this moment is capable of using.
Do they think we're like? Which side do they even think we're on in this battle?
I don't think they've considered which side you're on yet, because you don't look like your ship doesn't look like anything like either one of theirs.
They're busy.
Then can't. Oh, so they're not shooting at us then?
You're in the middle of fire, so you're kind of getting the glancing shots.
Okay. Let's just get out of the way. Let's
Just get out of the way.
avoid
I think
this.
they're trying to, Cal.
All right. No, I mean, we've been in worse situations than this. Wait, can I say this in the intercom so everyone can receive my "we're fine" buff?
Sure.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing fine. We got Black Whiskers in the helm. You can get us out of anything. So we're good. We're fine. We're fine. Everyone gets +4 to their next roll now. All right, let's get out of here.
So the vessel is starting to rapidly move as quickly as it can. Back down below. Crackpaw, what are you currently doing?
I guess I'm just making sure that I'm well supplied stuff, make whatever concoction I was able to do at the moment, even like grenades or chemical that I'm able to defend myself with.
Give me a brains roll. You do collect a good amount of supplies. You've got enough charges in your alchemist satchel now, if you would, to make something quite good. So with a nat 20, do you create a host of various concoctions all at once that you can use at will? Or do you create a device that you think will get you out of this problem right now?
Device that will get me out of here right now.
All right, so as you're standing there, you start like grabbing some equipment together, and you see almost like with mad glee era as you're being carted around by bugs, this genius Skixon just very quickly pouring things together, attaching little pieces of equipment to it, drawing a bunch of runes across the floor, knowing that there's a huge fight going on outside between various factions you don't want to deal with on a ship that you don't really know that much about. Crackpaw starts to lace these alchemical runes up around the edges of the vessel all around the hull, and it begins glowing very brightly.
It's been too long since I've been able to feel like this. Finally able to hone my craft.
You seem like a person who gets themselves killed more often than the other way around.
Normally I wouldn't say that's the case, but I've probably died more times than anyone you have seen before.
I don't know, I see myself all the time.
Is that some sort of time mage joke or something?
See, everyone thinks I'm a time mage, and I feel like that's like not giving time mages enough credit because I don't quite like. No, yes.
Era, as Crackpaw continues working on this around the room, kind of casually looking over at you once in a while and speaking, you begin to feel weird.
I can imagine.
You start to see the world have kind of double vision situation things happening, and the glowing runes upon the walls seem firmly compacted, changing colors very rapidly. A bit of a spinning aura seems to start to appear in the center of the room.
Hey, you didn't do that, right? You're not making the spinning aura, you just did the runes, right?
I do what must be done.
And what must be done isn't like a giant distortion of the whole center of the room?
If
The
that gets
distortion-
me out of here.
the distortion moves off through what looks like almost electronic circuitry and just zips out into every side of the vessel around those key points on the runes that Crackpaw had formed upon the wall. And suddenly they are all gone from the hold.
Oh, never mind. They're gone.
Aiden, you're sitting outside floating when you notice the hold and the bottom of the ship begin glowing brightly. What do you do?
Ooh. Yeah. I turn to my companion and I say, let's see how you enjoy being the puppet. And I use borrowed mind to force him and use magic to move toward it and back to where I can breathe.
All right, give me a magical roll.
Get out of my head!
Magic +7, right? Oh,
Yep.
shit. Oh, the 7 didn't go. So 7, 25?
25. With a 25, you spent magic to do this, right? You spent some
Yes.
overload? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you then, what type of magic were you using for this?
Space magic, I would say.
Okay. You see the world around you start getting pushed away as you start just moving, as if you're just being remote controlled back towards the vessel. Right about that time, you see Z run up onto the deck staring at you. You can see Aiden kind of just floating, arms out, almost like he's swimming through space, coming in your direction. And then you see massive lines of energy kind of radiate out and start crisscrossing the sky around you. A lot of the vessels in the distance turn and see this as some form of attack and get ready to attack the Zephyr.
You are
Have
too
a little
casual for
faster.
this, Aiden! We gotta go faster!
Birch. Z, would you like to do something to assist Aiden? Because he's only floating
Yes.
gently
I
towards
would
you.
like to find a large, heavy object, attach a rope to it, and use the only thing Z has left, which is her super strength, and throw it, just chuck it at Aiden.
You have an anchor nearby that's attached to a chain.
I'm cool, I can throw an anchor in a chain.
Why
Alright.
does a spaceship have an anchor?
To hold it still at dock.
Because
That's
Cal
what
likes
ropes
the
are for.
aesthetics.
That's, to be honest, this is
Cal like the
also.
aesthetics. That makes sense.
Is that a better answer? I think that's the correct one.
I mean, that's
No,
true.
The
But this
Matrix
vessel,
dodge an anchor.
this vessel also does go on the ocean sometimes. So.
I like but I really like the idea of Muriel being like, Cal, we really don't need an anchor. Too bad!
Exactly.
That's what I picture.
All right, so you grab a hold of this thing and launch it. Give me a strong roll.
Alright, give me a second. Let me pull up my sheet. Strong.
Oh, sheet.
Strong.
Whoosh!
It's nice
Suddenly
to have
there's
zero
an-
since everyone else has no strength.
She's very strong.
There's an anchor that just goes zipping past you, and then she just yanks it from the other side, and it comes right back and like jerks around your waist, and she begins drawing you in. You got yourself a fish.
Thank you.
Down below, Penny and Darian, the two of you are now left at the table alone with Nohu. What are you saying as there's like gunfire, there's shots going off, there's people running back and forth?
Are we on a pirate ship?
Oh my god. I think we're on a pirate ship.
Are we in space?
Looks like we're in space.
On a ship?
Todd sitting there to the
What
side
fuck
goes,
is happening?
"Are we gonna die?"
God, get your ass up there and see if you can breathe.
Okay, sir. And you see him just like go running up the stairs suddenly.
Do we even have to breathe? Isn't that just arbitrary?
Neither one of you.
I
have
just
to
wanted to
breathe.
see if Todd could breathe.
You're such an asshole.
Hey.
Anyway,
You knew that
so
before you
no,
got
what
into
they
this.
do is they take tomatoes and they boil it down, and then they put meat in it, and then they wrap the bread around it. Okay, and then that's what makes a hot pocket. But you have to put a little cheese on the outside and
You are still on the fucking Hot Pocket thing. I'm going upstairs.
ambassadoring for our nation with
I
our culture
enjoy
and
your-
ways.
Pastry pizza.
It's not pizza, it's a hot pocket. See, this is why I'm explaining the difference.
Oh, sorry. Haven't eaten a really fucking long time. And I go upstairs.
Probably why you're so fucking cranky.
Could be.
You need a Snickers. Nohu, what do you do from this moment as they continue feeding you Hot Pockets and talking about how you make them?
Feeding me hot pockets? I'm in the perfectly right place to enjoy some more food. At the most, I'll invite them over to the kitchen to see what we can raid and how the numerous things or different kinds of hot pockets we can make.
I right, let's go.
Opening this kitchen, you see that there's a bunch of flora and fauna of various natures and dangers and strangenesses that are all kind of moving about inside of the room. One of the little like vines that are there just kind of grabs around your hand and starts pulling you towards this little beak that's in the center of its mouth.
Is it supposed to? Is it? No.
And you see it like twist back and move as your mouth turns into big fangs and you scare it away from you.
Yeah, hiding it off makes it taste all the better.
I mean, that makes sense. There's a lot of people who like afraid food too, so I don't know.
So back up on the deck, we see Darian and Todd. Todd walks up to the surface and looks around, and then he turns back to you. Darian, yeah, we can breathe, and yeah, we're in space. I didn't know. Don't you have to be in like a spaceship or something to do that?
It's what I'm trying to figure out, Todd. This is fucking bizarre.
Is this
Pretty though.
Is this glamour? Like are we in Fey realm? Is this a trick?
I don't know. Do you think you should jump off the edge and find out?
Darian, why don't you scan it with some of your doozy hooperts?
Fine. I wanted Todd to jump and just see what the hell was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll do that. Let's just put out equipment in the middle of all this chaos and see how these people feel about it. I'm sure it'll go great. And I'll
I've never
scan the
seen
area.
you want to pull out your equipment before.
Hey,
Birch, you're standing there as you see this
and a chance to
incredibly
open my case.
pale individual standing next to you that you cannot sense life coming
So.
from.
I have a very important question for you.
Me.
Yeah, are you a corpse?
Are you a plant?
Yes.
Well, yes, I am. Reanimated, of course. Huh. And you're a plant?
Yes.
Where are we?
That is, I am the worst person to be asking this question to. That's a great. I believe we are on the Zephyr. As to anything else detail-wise, you are gonna have to ask a different person. I am lost.
Todd, you taking notes? Zephyr. Thank you,
Zephyr.
little plant lady.
Got it.
I'm
You
gonna
see-
go investigate.
He draws out a little notepad, just writes down Zephyr.
Also,
and
I
then you
did
show like
overhear
little
you
wind.
telling your friend to jump off, and I do believe that is a horrible idea.
Oh, for Todd. Not for... Doesn't affect me in the slightest.
I mean, just in general, I feel as though, like, if you want for him to continue to be your friend, maybe you should not push him into the void that is the, the outside.
Don't question
Friend is a
Darian.
really big word to use in this scenario.
Whatever you do, don't question Darian. His mind is comprehensive in a way you can't understand. I do what he asks.
Good boy.
Gotcha.
Come on, let's go check this shit out. I'm gonna go start
Alright.
scanning around.
You
and see
start
what the
like
hell.
putting little equipment out that's flying around and start scanning stuff.
Is it Birch with Nova?
Birch,
hate him,
yeah,
but I
you're
love
standing
playing
there
him.
nearby. You had moved over towards where Cal was.
Right,
Cal's now
he was
shouting out
making
orders
the
and stuff.
thing.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and wander over, like seeing Birch talk to stranger kind of guy. I'm gonna like just he walks away. I'm gonna kind of doing the
Stranger
like,
endangering.
like you do when you're drunk in a bar, your girlfriend's talking to somebody, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assert myself
Yep.
over her.
So you move over closer and you see Darian pull up a bit of, it looks like automatons out of his bag that just start drifting up and start moving, and lights start like scanning out and sweeping around them.
Whoa, what who are you, and what are those, and who is that?
Darian, Todd, found myself in space on a pirate ship.
Mm-hmm.
That's scanning shit to find out, because Plant Girl just knew that we were on a Zephyr, which is a blimp, I thought, but this clearly is not a fucking blimp.
A blimp? Oh my gosh. I haven't seen a blimp in a long time. No! We're on space, outer space, like the aether sphere outside of a planet in the aether sphere.
Who are you? What is an aether sphere?
Well, I am Nova. No, I am Star, and this is
Star.
my
I knew a vampire once named that.
Star.
Go on. Yeah.
It's a great name. I love it. I was born with it.
Picked on a dude named Michael.
Oh.
Fell in love, actually. Kind of a cute story. Go on.
I'd like to hear that story. Anyway, but did you come here? Do you know Ulfang? Are you Ulfang's friend?
No, I was in a bar, hacking up some things. Had Todd over here take off half his hand.
Oh my god, it sounds
we
like
ran
a lot of
behind him.
What were you hacking?
Well, anything in the way, of course. We
Oh my god.
Just slash and dice. Now we're walk through a
security.
doorway. I'm here. Hey, I don't mean you any harm. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell.
Hi, did someone say Ufang?
What is that?
Oh,
Just go someone
There's
call
a
me.
giant talking wolf that is on 2 legs staring at you.
Yeah,
armor.
he's Olfang.
All right.
He's our new friend, and we just assumed he was your friend because we went to a different place where there was another person, and that person was Olfang. And now you're a person who came from a different place. Am I catching all this, Nova? I feel like I'm talking crazy.
100% correct. You're doing
Okay.
fabulously.
And at
You
this
have-
point, can a
you have,
goblin be carried on bugs?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry. What? Hi, new friends. What part of this is all confusing to you?
You see a little bug like
Okay,
just being
I
carried
saw
by-
this thing before. I saw you.
Yeah, hi, I'm Era.
Bugs?
Okay, the
Okay,
bugs-
I will say
feel this
this
way
is
very
this
often.
is a new
I need-
thing for me too.
Era,
Ufang
you
like
get a
your
very
teeth.
sad sensation as you know a whole
Shut
bunch of
like
people are
Ufang.
about to die.
Thank you. I like your teeth. You know what? I'm just gonna sit down here and just take 5. Todd, lay
fine.
down so I have a cushion.
You have something familiar inside.
I have something familiar in. What is the cat dog saying to me?
I actually don't. Cat dog.
Bear? What is? I don't even know where to begin.
Dude that we can't remember the name of from the system that he was originally from.
we
That's
have
what he is.
words in Lupine language, but not this. I don't know.
What are you saying?
God damn, Todd, you're gaining some weight. You're getting a little squishy. Not
I'm
bad
sorry,
though for a
sir.
cushion.
I thought you'd like the cushion.
Hi,
Oh.
I'm Ufang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
are.
don't
this guy's really mean to his friend, and maybe we should talk
Okay,
to his friend.
so we're in an aether sphere with all these crazy animal things, people, goblins,
Give
bugs.
me a brains roll,
Yeah.
Darian, real quick.
I don't see what's
And
confusing about
Cal.
404 error over Darian's head.
that.
There's a
Wait,
15.
I'm seeing a lot of new faces in the ship. What's going on here? What did we get?
Cal,
You
you were
crow?
staring out
Is
into
that
the
an
void,
orc?
and you see something that
Yes?
reminds you of a kaleidoscope occurring in the distance. You see lines of light that just start to rapidly expand around you and around the area that you're in. And as some of these lines kind of come out and form into these massive, looks like alchemical sigils, you see some of the vessels moving through them just get sliced into pieces.
Black whiskers. Avoid that thing.
Oh, yeah. You see him like gesticulating
Is-
wildly as he
I think
turns the
that's
vessel.
why everyone here dies.
You see those expanding very, very rapidly, and you see a bunch of the ships on both sides starting to evaporate.
Yeah, I'm feeling very uncomfortable.
You hacker man. We should speed up the other direction, Cal.
Yes. Black whiskers. That direction.
Black
Full
Whiskers like
thrusters.
turns the ship around and starts moving. You see these massive runes start to appear in front of him. Yet the whole vessel twists very wildly in one direction. Everybody roll agile to hold on. And he expertly like
Do I have to
moves
roll with my
between some
bug
of these runes.
paladin?
You don't need to. Your
Whose
bugs
agile
are
do I
very
roll?
keeping on. Both of them. Why not?
Do I have to roll something special to keep Aiden afloat?
Yes. Z, you got to roll strong or agile, your choice.
Oh,
And Aiden, you're
I did
just floating.
17.
You don't have to roll.
No, we got a 13.
Okay.
And
I'm just
You got
looking
a
for
21.
certain low rolls, and I'll see what happens with those.
oh,
So
okay.
everybody else, it looks like Birch
Yeah.
and no, you're fine with Z. Cal, not doing so hot. Aiden,
Well,
you
no,
didn't-
but my
you-
first one is
yeah.
16.
Oh, it
the
just
second one
says
for
18.
Ufang
Right.
is 7.
Ulfang is 7. Okay,
But does Ufang have ace?
he has your aces.
Nah.
No, you gave us one for them last.
I did last time, but now
But
now
I
you're
don't-
sharing. I already gave you
did
2
we-
aces for this episode. I gave everybody
Oh.
Yeah.
2. So yeah, with the 7 for Ulfang, Aiden, you didn't have to roll because you were being dragged behind. And with the 7 for Birch. I guess at this point it means it means Ulfang and Birch crash into one another and entangle up and start rolling down the stairwell. Dunk, 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 dunk,
At
dunk,
least
dunk,
it's
dunk.
not out. You know, you're going inside,
yeah.
not.
Ow.
We're not
Oh,
going away.
Now they're a plant dog.
I feel like actually it's not nearly as bad for Birch because
No,
Olfang is
little
large
plant
and
dog.
fluffy.
Well, Ulfang's very fluffy, yes. But you're both going to take some damage. So take a d6 damage for each one of you.
This isn't necessarily the worst thing.
Looks like
Wearing
Ulfang takes
armor and
3
swords.
and Birch takes 1 point of damage. Not a
Yeah.
lot.
Thanks, Olfang.
You don't need to write.
you're
You can
welcome.
keep track of your health if you want, but.
What did I do?
So you slam
I
down to the
appreciate
bottom.
you cushion my fall.
Oh, yes. Ufang, good cushion? Okay, Ufang, try harder. Ufang, be cushioned then.
Olfang, you've had to lift things. You've been a very strong doggo for a while. You kind of push things around. And for some reason, Birch doesn't weigh right for what she looks like.
In what way?
She's way heavier than you would anticipate her being the size that she is.
Rude.
Ufang, not rude. Will not say anything.
You just see his eyes widen
Correct
as you squish him.
response.
And at that point, the world around you seems to coalesce into a giant ball of energy before flashing out. And then the skies are empty once more as you're outside of...
Did I pull Aiden in before the sky went wobbly, wibbly? woo?
Yes, you get pulled up on the deck. Aiden, as you're being pulled in, you hear Abraxas just go,
Another. How does this keep happening?
What? What are you talking about? Wrong voice.
We're in
What
a
are you talking
different
about?
phase of existence again. Although this one looks
Uh.
normal, I don't. I feel out of place.
You're kind of always out of place, but...
Well, but a
I'll
different
take that.
sort of out of place, like when we went to the other worlds.
Oh. Well, all right. Let's investigate again. What could go wrong? By the way, I was given a Cure Light Wounds by an audience member a while ago. Does
You
that
were?
expire? Because I never use it because I've never been wounded.
no, you can go ahead and use it, sure.
Okay, thanks.
D8 plus
Not
1.
huge at all.
It's just,
Alright.
you know,
I haven't
I'm
been
like
wounded.
never wounded.
Now that the,
Yeah,
the
then, like,
curiosity is here.
Unscathed.
So Z, as you pull in Aiden, finally back over the edge of the ship, you see he's clutching tightly to a leather-wrapped book.
First off, please don't ever, whatever that was, please don't do it again. I can't save
Okay.
people as easily as I could last time. Please don't.
Apparently, I can't be out in space, so we're learning things, aren't we? Oh, thank you, by the way.
Book? Big scary looking book?
Scribblings of a madman, so far as I can tell, and some mention of a tablet of
I can see
sort.
how that would go absolutely in no way wrong.
So, the others that are nearby, give me an aware roll. So in this case, Cal and Nova, and and Era. Yeah, Cal, Nova, and Era.
I'm gonna use an ace.
Nova gets a 5. I'm gonna ace that. All right.
Um,
Cal
it's
gets a
just out
15.
of
Era gets a
pure principle, because I gave myself an aware point last time, so I could see things. Fuck you.
critical failure.
Yo,
That's fair.
it's a
There's
critical
another
failing
ace.
type of night.
That's
Thank
better,
you
16.
for mediocrity.
So
Nice.
your ears are the best of the bunch in this circumstance. I'm going to say you hear it first. So you hear Aiden make a statement about the ramblings of a madman in a book. You know where you had just come from, and the only madman you knew the ramblings of would have been Grandpa Herschel. So as you look over, you can see his like wiry scrawl kind of across the cover of the book.
Beeline to Aiden.
Era
Like,
and Cal, you see
Hello?
Nova rush over in that direction. You can see that Aiden's holding some sort of leather-bound book.
An awkward Naruto run.
Why are you
Oh.
so awkward?
Where'd you pick up the book?
Can I see that book, please?
Aiden, are these your friends?
Don't
These
give
are
it to
friends,
them.
Why are you
It's
so
ours.
intense? Do you know what the tablet is? Do you know what this is talking
Hello.
about?
I thought you died! I thought you died! How are you? I mean, like, how's Maz? Did you guys get to do your thing? Like, what? I mean, I thought you were totally dead!
That's a great question. Aiden and I were back in the temple.
Taking notes
and-
on the book while they're talking and distracted.
I'm Cal, your admiral. Welcome to the ship.
Okay.
Cal,
this is
you
Z.
saw Z.
Z?
You remember Z was there when you were
Oh
fighting
yeah,
Keta.
we killed the
Z.
asshole together. Sorry,
Correct.
I was supremely in pain when that happened. And,
Yes.
yeah, I was tortured for like a week.
A very long
so
time, and I really
yeah,
apologize.
sorry. Oh, good to see you. I thought you died. Oh, God
I
bless.
did too. I was fully under the impression I was dust, and then I wasn't dust, and then Aiden and I looked around and we saw the universe untangling just a lot, and
Yep.
also we don't know where
All
Maz
of it.
is.
Well, I'm
No,
I'm
there
happy
was something
to,
up there.
I'm happy about your new revelation that you want dust. That must be really nice. and
Also, to be
reassuring.
fair, I'm pretty sure Cal only knows Elf Z.
Oh yeah. Wait, no, I don't know who you are.
That's true, because you're in your
He doesn't
original
know Little
form.
Z.
I'm not sure that Nova does then.
I think y'all both know Elf Z.
Yeah.
That would be the
Are you
case.
in
We're gonna
original
retcon
form?
this. We're retconning this
I am
because
in
Z,
original form.
Z, you recognize their faces,
Yeah,
but they don't recognize yours.
it's Z.
We
I
can just
rest
retcon
assured.
in
Hi,
it. Oh,
I'm
this
Cal,
is
your
that's
admiral.
Zeta?
Welcome to the
Oh.
ship.
Ah, oh my god, see, you look completely different.
Fast forward. Two
book,
things.
give me book now.
Yes. Hey, say please. Wow,
I
so
did.
pushy.
Aiden.
Here, do you know what the tablet is? For one, and two, did anybody else notice that we are in an entirely different shifted dimension again?
Yes. We
Oh,
almost
good.
got
Okay, as long as
eradicated
we know.
because we went back in time and we were in one of the weirdest battles that there was. Actually, we don't even know in history like why everyone disappeared, but apparently it was some weird kaleidoscope thingy. Is there any way we can get any like statistics or anything on that we can investigate? Anyway, I think that's probably my grandpa's book.
Oh, well, perfect. Have you heard of his tablet or the tablet he's mentioning? It's right here in the back, right there.
Quick read. Tesson.
So
Do I
you
know
kind of
the
flip through it a little
tidbits?
bit, and he seems to be rambling about how frustrated he is with finding this stupid thing that seems to be moving from place to place so often that it's impossible to keep an eye on. He thought he had it pinned down here on Zither, but for some reason the tablet was missing from its pedestal. The only options that he has left are on Avalon. Unfortunately, at the university, there's a couple of historians there that seem to have a direct correlation to where the Acathian tablet might be. And he seems to be hell-set on finding and extracting that information from them. From one, Gregor Carlsburn, and the other one, an individual by the name of... Where did it go? 1 second.
That's a weird name.
That's not his name.
It's a family name.
Aaron Elson. Aaron Elson. You know Gregor Carlsburn. Uncle Gregor was one of the professors at the university that your mother used to talk to all the time. Aaron, you've heard of. He's a historian who owns a small, or not owns, but operates and is basically the dean of the Historical Academy at the university on Avalon.
Okay, so I think maybe the good thing is that I don't know where the tablet is, but neither does Herschel or Patchy or Patches or
Like your grandfather?
oh no, he's the guy that made all those weird chimera bug things. He crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, no, and I mean my biological grandpa. I don't know who that is, but my
That's wrong even in my
mom's
book.
dad. Yeah. Anyway, don't know where the tablet is. The tablet of what now? Can you repeat that so that I can? The tablet.
The Akirian tablet.
The Akirian tablet. The Akirian tablet. Anyone? Era?
The Akirian tablet was mentioned in a couple of things. Nohu had a book that had some details about that.
Yeah, Mr.
before,
Noah's book.
But he destroyed that book and only had like one tiny page left of it. And there was a mention of it on a.
Happened to have all that information on it.
There was a
That
mention
one little shred.
of. There was a mention of a terminal on a terminal within that had something to do with the Akirian tablet and studies surrounding it. Which ones of you hacked the terminals? I think that was Nohu again.
It was also Noah's.
Yeah.
Who got all the information last
I read Nohu's book, and all I have for notes is it is a way to make a device for an absolute madman, incredibly powerful and dangerous weapon. That's the only notes I have from reading Nohu's book.
Nohu had, if you were able to speak with him, the Akirian tablet is supposed to be something that exists in multiple planes of existence at once, and was something that might have been used, or in some way, to trap Sedna.
Okay, so here's the fun part of all of this. Super cool. So I think we gotta go to Avalon.
And also,
Where?
since my name got yelled out, I'll use borrowed mind and be like, hey, do we know anything? Hey guys, fellas, friends, anything? Hey, fellow eras, let me bend your ears.
Give me a brains roll, Eras.
Lend me your ears.
No, we know
Sevens.
nothing. That's
So
okay.
when you
Sorry.
start thinking about the Akirian tablet, you get a splitting headache and just remember the feeling of sorrow.
I know pain.
Oh dear. Anyway, so
You
everyone would
okay?
really love to go to the university, right?
I don't think I would be very welcome there.
Oh, it's okay. Literally, like, no one is welcome at the Arcane University. It's fine. Actually, it's a better
Fine.
place than it used to be. But then, actually, my mom kind of got rent out, so I don't even know.
I mean, I'm sure the Skixing downstairs has a lot of war crimes that he'd like to do there.
Oh my
Well,
god.
then let's go.
There's a Skixon downstairs?
Oh yeah,
Who?
they
What?
seem
What's
very
Oh.
deadly. Yeah, you know them. Yeah.
The guy that left me to die there, sort of.
Oh. Did
Just
anybody
gotta let
catch
you
his name?
It's Crackpaw, the famous fella that's supposed to be dead.
Crackpaw was an Archon for about 5 years before he passed away.
Crackball was an Archon? In what? What?
Huh?
Hey, you haven't read my book inside the section under the
I
university?
thought he was a drug dealer.
Well, I mean that too.
You can have a
You
side
can think
hustle,
so.
A man of
Shannon.
many
That's
talents.
Was it? Didn't he like released a bunch of zombies in a
Yep.
town and try to kill
Yeah.
people?
Yeah, but the university is more intelligent, or is more intelligence based than ethics based.
But didn't he
Seems like a
supposed to
fun
die
business.
there? Didn't he
For
die
science.
there? And like maybe
No.
I'm a little nervous about having a war criminal in our ship.
Yeah.
Well, think about it this way. I mean, in certain ways, everyone's is and is not a war criminal.
I don't think
That's
that's true.
true.
I
But
don't think I've ever once been a war criminal.
I mean,
I
maybe
think
not
I
this
have.
version of you.
My other version was dust.
to be fair, so I once met Admiral Merrymeadow, Dusty Merrymeadow. She gave a speech at the lecture hall I was at when I was in school, and she said that this crackpot guy was totally misunderstood and never did a single thing wrong and was the sweetest bean in the galaxy. And she super trustworthy.
Great judging partner. Well, then, what are we
Well, then
worrying
let's-
about?
Yeah, take her word for it. Let's
I mean-
bring him to the university.
In that case, I probably just missaw the multiple war crime level,
Well,
like
war
chemicals
crimes
on this
are
person.
Subjective. They're subjective. I mean,
Sure.
Okay.
I think so.
I kind of have to agree
Yeah,
with
I
Cal
mean,
here. I feel like it's a very black and white war crime or not situation. I feel like I'm with Cal.
I guess in a
Because
war that they haven't been
term-
used in before, it's kind of not a
one
crime
side's
yet.
war
Who's a
crimes,
criminal
and
can be
one's hero.
objective. Like we believe we are heroes, not criminals, but other things people think we're criminals. But war
Exactly.
crimes, that's more defined in like rules that
Is
some
it?
people.
It entirely depends on what side you're standing for. though, right?
Exactly. You
Like-
murder people in the. I can't actually.
I
Make
have
it.
another further question. Maybe we should be concerned with the fact that this alleged war criminal is somewhere where we have not seen him yet. Should someone go find him?
Oh,
Yeah,
don't worry. He's just drawing like alchemical runes all over the ship.
Ah!
Cal goes running downstairs. So, from the position that you're at, you can see Zither kind of dwindling in the distance as the vessel's kind of moving forward. We're gonna go forward just a little bit. The immediate danger seems to be gone. Crackpaw, you find that this vessel, unfortunately, doesn't have a skiff. If we remember, last season they tried to find one. They found a piece of one. The last season, this game where this ship was on, and then they turned it into part of the vessel's weaponry. So they don't actually have an escape vessel at this point in time. So you're kind of stuck here.
See, fuck regulations. Just like with the
Yeah.
extra large portals.
We see Darian doing
Portals.
some scanning, and his equipment keeps coming back with like area not found, alloys that are uncommon or not found, levels of increased electromagnetism, geomagnetism, gravity wells that are pulling in the wrong directions, a whole bunch of shit.
This is fucking pointless. Just pull them back in, put them in their case, go downstairs. Penelope!
What?
We are in some unknown area. Sensors don't know what the hell's going on. All the polarities are off. I don't know what is happening. I hope you're making some good pizza pockets because
Yeah.
hot pockets. Sorry, hot
No,
pockets.
No, I mean we probably shouldn't use the brand name
But-
anyway.
I want to check this out.
So
I'll go check it out. But I mean, if we're in outer space, that means that we're like what a million miles away from the fucking Camarilla.
Okay.
So I mean, that's
Get
a
me
plus.
wrong. That's a plus. That's a plus. But you should see the creatures that live up there.
Well, I mean,
And Eris wanders
That is
down.
one. It
my uncle
rules
doesn't like him.
bugs.
That's fair.
There's a
lots
tree
of
lady
them.
or a vine person and a wolf man, but not a werewolf. It is not. That is not a werewolf. Likes my teeth though. Says there's something familiar inside.
Is he a fae?
I'm
They
really-
love teeth.
I don't know. I just need a nap. I think I need a nap.
Aw, is little Darian freaking the fuck out? That's so sad for you.
I didn't
You want a
even.
lollipop?
And
that was
then,
part of
Darian, as you're
this.
standing there, someone comes marching down the stairs, billowing a cloak of darkness, radiating energy like the devil himself. As he steps down and looks at you, you feel some sort of strange kinship with him as Aiden walks into the room.
Do you see what I mean? Is it this one? What?
Kind of no.
Aiden, as you stare across the room and you see Darian, you feel a bond with this strange being, and you're not sure why.
Interesting.
Are you guys
Who
gonna
are
make
you?
out?
Where are you from?
He didn't say no.
I didn't. Do we make out?
I mean, they
No,
both
maybe
seem to have
later.
Bad friendships as a theme, so.
Interesting, though. What are you? Well, Penelope, what am I?
Huh? You're Bruja.
What am I?
Bruja?
I'm a- Well,
And
yeah,
okay.
I'm a
Asshole.
brewer. You're a brew. What? I don't know. This is really awkward.
Are you gonna? I mean, vampire.
You say that word, and it doesn't seem to mean anything.
It's
Vampire.
refreshing, actually.
Hmm.
Is that
Well,
like a region?
Do stick
or a
around.
country?
From the vampire
What?
region of
Yeah.
Bolivia.
Yeah, I don't even.
What's a Bolivia?
It's nowhere
We-
near anywhere when you're vampires. All right.
blood drinker? Does that mean anything?
You know what? To be fair, I actually eat rotting flesh, so.
Rotting flesh.
Oh.
I mean, I could relate to that. Of
Ivan
course.
walks nearby and he goes, "Oh, rotting flesh! I have extra. These individuals don't seem to like to eat it."
Is it kind of rotting?
Oh yes. You know, we only use some of the parts of the creatures and below. I am not an expert like Landon was, and I don't tend to
sounds
use
good.
all the pieces of the being, so we got a
Get
bin
you
full of
some.
rotting flesh if you'd like some.
Do we just become best friends?
Sure.
Sorry, where are you? Anton.
I know who wants to make corpse flesh too. We could make it into a hot pocket.
Whereas Eric gets jealous.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds more fun. Yeah.
Oh, you can come too. Do you want to eat rotten flesh?
You know, I honestly I don't think any version of me has tried that. So yes.
I admire that spirit. Let's go.
So we see Era and we see Penelope rush into the kitchen, where Ivan moves over to this large bin, compactor bin of some kind, and immediately upon opening this airlock seal, you see like a of noxious meat smells come out of there, and Era, it hits you like a Mack truck, a wave of putrescence. Of course, it's delicious smelling over there to Penelope. Quite aromatic, isn't it?
Pungent. Delicious.
Indeed.
Well, I agree on one of those for sure, but I have not gotten where and when, how I've gotten all over by not saying yes. So
You know, we have a version of this that's fermented. You can have some of that. It probably won't kill you.
That way it might not give you poison. Because if you're like a normal person, I haven't quite figured it out yet.
I will say I'm not normal for people around here, but I don't think the kind of normal you mean.
Okay, that's fair. I respect it.
So I probably can't eat what you eat, but
It's
also, yeah, I'm not above trying it out.
It's
I mean,
okay,
what's the
Era.
worst thing that happened? This version of me dies? I mean,
to be perfectly honest, Era, you don't ever remember eating ever, so it's fine.
oh yeah. In fact, maybe, actually, I might not even need to eat.
I know some people like that kind of.
Cool. I mean, if you couldn't remember ever eating, I feel like the best conclusion would be that you don't have to eat.
If I couldn't remember eating, I would be bummed out, man.
I don't remember so many different things that I think it all kind of cancels out. Like, I've heard a lot of stuff, like, a lot of people have, like, really sad stuff that's happened to them, and I don't remember, like, any of that sad stuff. I also don't remember a lot of, like, other random happy things. It's just kind of very recent memories, and then the rest kind of, I think, gets lost to other me's.
You
Hello,
suffer
the
from
two of
short-term
you.
memory loss like that fish on that one movie.
I have to say, this reminiscing's great, and I appreciate camaraderie and everything, but I'm not going to leave this door open forever because I do have an offense limit when it comes to smells. Would you like to have some of this meat?
I would love to have some of your meat.
And we just see Penelope. How does it look as you bury your head in this box full of rotting flesh?
Oh god, it's horrific. The jaw unhinges and the teeth get lamprey, like, like, what was it? It was the anglerfish.
Anglerfish teeth, yeah. You see, like, her whole face just contort and become this massive beast and just start... And you see Ivan go, "Oh, dear me!
Maybe
We have a trash compactor now. It's wonderful!" And that's the scene, I guess.
I know where we're going. I was just going with it.
So, Crackpaw, you have stepped back up from the base, and you see the one they call Nohu still stuffing his face with Hot Pockets. His belly distorted and extended to the point that if you squeeze it, he'll probably pop. You happen to see this strange creature, and although it kind of disgusts you, it also intrigues you. How do you react?
Well, I have to set my priorities at the moment. I need to set up a lab to find out where I am and the closest thing to a planet that can be called to get out of here. And also need a buffoon which can do all of my biting. Hey, are you easily tricked? Deal with it and don't say no. Cool, you're with me. Come here.
So Nohu just wanders over, waddling with his giant distended belly.
That was the end of the Aether Sphere, as we know it. Everyone pack up. It was a good night.
You see a strange little creature move over to you, eyes agoggle and smelling of chemicals already. You can tell that there is a huge amount of something running through this strange kobold's veins, Crackpaw.
You're either living dead, walking around, or one puncture short of exploding into 1,000 little things. What are you? I don't know! I'm an adventurer! And I'm higher.
He swallows it back down.
I'm really full. You want some? No. But you'll do for now. Follow me. This calls for experimenting. Cool, do you do saliva? A lot of people seem to ask for it. No, not yet at least.
As you're wandering around with them, you overhear Nova and Cal talking about traveling with some of the other crew to Avalon.
So about the alchemical thing that I did before with the what was it exactly like I did I make the ship jump, or was it the bright glowing thing that you said?
It seems like you empowered the vessel itself. You were attempting to make it strong enough to withstand some of the shots and to advance its way through wherever it was traveling to give you a chance to kind of work on your next step. Something happened that caused it to be extended and expanded very rapidly, and then you felt a twist. Your mind's telling you you're in a different place, sort of like what happened before when you traveled through the void, the trip through the little portal with the other friends before. You're beginning to feel, because you're an incredibly brilliant mind, that you've been jumping through time and space.
Time Aether magic is not my specialty, but I'll have to brush up on it. Did it feel like when doing the alchemy, was the ship specially conductive to all of it? Did it feel like the ship will feel like a good focus of alchemical runes?
Yes. For some reason, it's like the magical effects of your alchemy caught hold and were amplified by the ship.
Then it seems like I'll have to use my newfound lab assistant slash lab rat slash lab kobold to get me to etch a few runes around the hull of the ship, so that all of my alchemical work can be amplified.
All right. So as you're wandering around and pulling Nohu behind you, Nova, you and Cal are stepping down the stairs, talking about where you're going to travel, where you're going to go to next. And you see
the guy's doing alchemical things in my ship. Well, I'm trying to find him.
And
no,
then
we're having a conversation. Apparently, no, he did go wander up. Remember and he went down the stairs.
You followed after him, I assumed.
I might just talk to Blacklist.
So,
Okay, well then you stayed up on the deck. So then, Cal, you come down the stairs in time to see Nohu being like escorted around by the Skixen.
He's like being told to like scratch a certain rune over
like-
the walls. Like, no, a little bit deeper, a little bit longer. That's the rule sign, not the mole.
Hello, Crackpaw, right? I see that you've met our ship's resident atom bomb. Good to meet you. I'm the Admiral. It's nice that we survived that weird human centipede situation. Welcome to the ship. What the hell have you been doing down here?
Saving all of you, it seems, seeing as how I couldn't rid myself out of this whatever situation it was. I had to make do and help the hull of the ship jump out of the battle from before.
So, wait, do I know that the ship did something weird?
You saw energy irradiate out from you and then spread out into the world around you and then coalesce into this large kaleidoscopic like thing full of alchemical runes.
So that
So
was
it's his
you.
fault.
So you're the one who blew up all these other ships.
Well, they aren't fighting at us, right? Would you rather they keep be in the middle of all of that?
I mean, preferably no, but I mean, I was hoping we would neutrally avoid this situation without, shooting anyone and making enemies, but, I guess we survived. But if you're gonna be bunking in this ship, just a couple of rules: no war crimes. Just no. Just we try not to do it here. It's low tolerance on war crimes. Is that a rule you can follow?
Well, you're gonna have to be a bit more specific about the term war crimes, because I'm pretty sure that what happened before counted as a crime for either side, and if they were at war, that will fall into the consideration of war crime. Does that fall on yours?
I feel like war crimes is like it's a very clear meaning, yet everyone seems to be confused on what chemical weapons. I'm assuming, voice in the sky, that there was some agreements like in our world about what war crimes are, like no chemical weapons and no whatevers. And,
well, you have to remember in this universe,
no killing medics and media personnel. Stuff like.
There are rules for trying to fight civilly, for sure, but both the Empire dropped kinetic weaponry on cities, massive spikes of mithril from the sky that like irradiated or eradicated entire like cities, and the monarchy melted everything with dark cloud ships.
You know what? Never mind. Just don't, fire in our behalf on anyone, and maybe don't experiment on people, and no zombie apocalypses. We prefer not to. It's a hassle. It's a big hassle.
You're really putting a bit of a leash on what I can do on my skill set.
What about this? You want to do something interesting that is within your skill set? Why don't you inform your captain and we give you the go-ahead, and I'll try to be lenient so you don't feel like I'm being very limiting or controlling. So, because that's not the type of admiral I want to be. It's anarchy and all that.
Well, how about we start with what you yourself denominated as your walking atom bomb over here. He seems to be right on his way of expunging whether that is death aura or something entirely different. And you'll either have to wait and see, surprise, surprise, or maybe I can start and see what's gurgling inside that bloated stomach of him.
Will that require any, like slicing him open and like going in digging deep, maybe potentially killing him?
Oh, well, only if you allow me to, but seeing as how a little talk before, seeming to frown upon that, how about I just neglect myself only to blood samples and tests of that kind?
No, who are you consenting to blood samples being taken out of you?
I'm helping!
Yep.
Okay, just make sure to give him a little consolidation prize or like a candy or something. I think he'd appreciate that.
Question, would cloning him and testing on those clones, would that fringe upon the no killing and dissecting him?
No, normally I'd say, cloning, how much is a clone gonna hurt? But I'm a little, I'm joking here, guys. Seriously.
On that horrible
No,
note.
wait. I'm just scared of accidentally having like a lot of Nohu and them like wreaking havoc unintentionally, thinking they're helping, and before you know it, they're all carrying bombs everywhere, going and blowing shit up. Yeah, we don't.
I'm helping.
However, it might be really strong to have a Nohu launcher.
Like
That
an
could
army
be
of
very
Nohus you
useful.
just fire out of a cannon.
Yeah,
Stop it. Get off that train of thought right now.
It would be like,
Like,
replicators in Stargate. They would just consume the universe.
just put them into little giant capsules and give them little tools and be like, all right, you're helping.
Just
Boom.
imagine, I'm no.
Let me put it this way. You seem to know a bit about myself, Almirant. Is there any recollection from where you come from, any sort of taco-shaped sentient race?
Wait, say that bit again?
Are you aware of any taco sentient race?
Okay, I did hear you right.
You've never heard of taco creatures that were alive?
No, not really. That would make it disturbing. I mean, it would probably ruin tacos for me, and that's just really not nice.
Point of order, were they not taquitos?
The
Wow.
little ones were.
Oh. Check it.
I'm just assume that with the passage of however long it is you come from, they would have reproduced a bit much, but I guess nature had its own designs for some things.
So wait, you can make living tacos?
I'm Crockpot. I can do anything.
And
Maybe not.
that's a good note to move to the other scene now, Rom. We go back above the ship, back to the deck, where we see Nova, where we see Z currently standing up there, Grey Whiskers and Muriel, and some of the other crewmates kind of looking around.
Is he getting old? I thought it was Black Whiskers.
It's Grey Whiskers. Yes, he is old.
Oh.
No.
I even had an image. I showed you him. These Grey Whiskers.
Are you
refuse.
gaslighting us now?
What, me?
That was Black Whiskers.
No.
That's right.
That was Grey Whiskers.
Sinan?
Wait, I mean, he did say Black Whiskers is now Grey Whiskers because he's grown old, but I refuse to believe that.
Also, the
so-
literal title on this art is Black Whiskers, so...
That was...
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
It's Grey
refused, and you
Whiskers.
you said yes. So it's Black Whiskers. You can't take it away, Ty. Black Whiskers
on
is
the
as young as possible.
Anyway.
Birch is up there too, yes.
No,
Yeah,
Birch fell down the
Birch-
stairs with Olfang.
Also, just
right.
want to say, why would we call him White Whiskers all of a sudden? Like we're making fun of his age. That's just
Grey
mean.
Whiskers.
It is
It's
ageism. And
Grey
as,
Whiskers.
as
Skixon-
Admiral, I think it's a very poor place
We'll
to
be
go.
like, oh
There's
my
a
god,
Skixon
you're old now,
statement.
Grey Whiskers.
Skixon describe themselves based on their what they feel is their strongest feature.
Fine. What point did we decide this? Like when you just one
We
little
didn't
Grey
decide
Whisker.
this. He decided it when he got to the point where all of them started turning gray, and he thought it was distinguished.
Okay, it was his decision. That's fine.
I just have to say the bigger, strongest feature here is the smiley face eye patch. So I would think
Yeah, but
one
if
eye
you-
is better.
But if you called him Smiley Face Eye Patch consistently, that'd get really annoying.
Hey, smiley face patch, get over here.
Why don't we
you
just
So
call him
anyway.
Smiley?
It's
Smiley's
not a
fun.
smile.
So
that
Grey
is the-
Whiskers-
I know, we'll call him
Stereotypical
Patch.
pirate thing.
Grey
No,
Whiskers
we'll
stands
call him
at the
Patch.
helm, and what were you gonna say to him, Nova?
I was just gonna go ahead and hey, Grey Whiskers, how you doing? How are
just
you?
in
You
ski
look
turns
great.
back, doing
like
all
the-
right. What?
You look fabulous and shall we head towards Avalon then?
Towards Avalon.
Yeah. Just do Avalon distant direction.
Shouldn't we wait for? Never mind. You see him start laughing a little bit, and then he just turns the wheel and spins it a little.
You're my favorite. Finger guns walking away.
You step back, and at that point in time, as we see the vessel kind of zipping through the darkness, Era is behind you suddenly as you're walking backwards, and you nearly step over them. Era, from where you're at, staring up at her, Nova, you can see kind of glowing dark eyes. You can see Era kind of looking a little strangely more purple than the regular color that you can imagine. As you poke him in the forehead once, kind of squeaks. Era, if you will, read what you just had sent you.
The light dims from eyes blossoming with blood, the blue fading to gray, white blonde hair in a single right braid over scarred face in a rictus of pain. The Archon is slain. The clock nearly holds a time. 10 a.m. The calla lily blooms in the morning light.
And then Era looks at you and just rolls his eyes back in his head. And as he hits the ground, you see blood vessels start bursting across his skin and his face, and he melts across the deck.
He melted?
He melted into a puddle of goo.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
You seem to be a puddle, man. Are you okay?
Era comes walking up the stairs behind you with
Hey,
bugs kind of
I just-
carrying him up the stairwell.
Thanks for asking. I had a little bit of rotten meat earlier, and I'm not feeling incredible. Also, I maybe had massive head trauma on the stairs. Are you okay?
No, you were here, and you were like, the calla lilies and the Archon is dead, and then you turned into a bat puddle. That's you right there, that puddle.
Nova, give me a brains roll. You only have to hit a roll target of 8 or higher.
Sanity check.
6
Yeah,
is not
damn it.
gonna do it.
You know what? We had extras. I now have one left, but that's fine. I want to know what the hell's going on. Okay, that's better.
15. Calla lilies bloom on the promenade and the university in about a month and a half from now. You think
Who's
your
the
mom's gonna
Archon now?
die at 10 a.m. a month and a half from now if you don't figure out some way to stop it from happening?
My mom's not technically the Archon right now.
She put in
I
a resignation,
argue.
but you don't know what that means. Nobody's done that.
Era,
Hi.
your puddle
You see a bubbling puddle that's smoking nearby on the ground.
just told me basically that my mom, if I go along with the plot point, even though I have questions about who is actually in control over there, then in a month, and then we got that was really creepy. Do you do that on purpose? Is that puddle should we scoop that up?
It's just another me. I mean, there's technically infinite of them.
Oh my god. Okay, well, we're gonna go to Avalon. Everybody okay with going to Avalon? We're gonna go to Avalon. I'm sure Cal will be totally fine going to Avalon.
Yeah.
Lots of good memories in
The way
Avalon.
you're saying it
Maybe
makes
we
me.
just-
I have no reason to question it.
Yeah, maybe just nobody should mention
don't-
it.
You sound like you're trying to convince someone.
I'm trying to convince myself. I mean, no.
Here,
It's
what's
fine.
this?
I'm making
We can
good
make
choices
something-
right now.
Zeta,
I support
as you're
you.
standing there at the deck seeing this, and you saw the weird goblin that
Yeah, I'm
spoke
just taking it all
tongues and
in,
this-
actually, at this point.
You remember the lady that they're talking about, Archon Alice McCree. She helped you a few times, as a
Yeah,
matter of fact.
she did help. Yeah. Your mom's a nice lady.
Thanks. She really is pretty cool. I mean, unless you piss her off. Whew.
Well, luckily I did not do that. So that, we're good there.
Yeah.
So as
Yeah.
we see the vessel now deciding to travel to Avalon, zipping through the void, the scene fades to black as we go to our break for tonight. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. We will return in about 10 minutes. So
What we're returning to, we have no idea.
we'll have to see what happens next. So thanks, everyone, and we'll be right back. Goodbye. Hi, everybody. We're back. We're talking about peeing and pooping. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to
I did not hear.
Important logistics.
Talking about vampire lore.
Yeah,
Vampire
we're wondering
peeing
if
and
Penelope
pooping.
Oh!
can eat and drink. Does she also poop and
Yes.
pee?
Thank you.
That question I do not know the answer to.
Oh, what use are
You're
you?
supposed to be our encyclopedia.
Supposed to know everything.
Probably, I guess.
What
maybe
goes
it
in?
absorbs with their old vitae thing. Maybe that's why no.
So I am going to.
Also, Ulfang was talking about the beast when he was talking about something familiar.
I am going to. I'm going to do the horrible GM thing and say, time passes, and you all arrive outside of Avalon. Shipping
Do I
lanes
find
full.
out that we're going to Avalon though?
No, I just imagine like this.
I like the idea of us just rolling up on
this
Avalon.
montage.
with Cal
You
not
got
knowing.
overridden
There's
by
like-
your girlfriend.
There's
Yeah,
like
to
this
be fair,
montage
Cal
that
has a lot
happens.
of fires to put out at this time.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's this montage of Cal every time he goes to like talk to Muriel about where they're gonna head to. Something happens. Someone pulls him away. He's busy talking to someone else. Nova makes
Someone
sure
pulled
there's
a
a
fire
problem.
alarm.
Yeah, there's all kinds of
I
stuff.
never
happening.
mentioned. Hey, by the way, where are we headed? As the captain, still.
No.
You were too distracted.
My plan was for Nova, as soon as she saw Cal, to just blurt out that that's where we were going because
Yeah.
she's Nova.
That's absolutely you're told you're going to Avalon.
Thank you. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we've been traveling for days, and as the captain, you had no idea where we were headed.
So
Oh, yeah, this day.
you've been traveling for a month.
It'll be a surprise.
When you come into the orbit of Avalon, you see the Empire blockades, you see the shipping lanes, you see all these locations that are designed to make sure everybody's processed appropriately as they make their way down to the massive world itself. There's armadas in the skies above the world. It's a very difficult place to travel through without being unnoticed in one way or another. So, how do you want to try to approach Avalon? That is something I will have to ask all of you to
In
decide.
disguise.
In disguise?
Yeah, I mean, the Zephyr can disguise itself pretty easy.
Yeah, the Zephyr could be a merchant vessel. It could try to look like a military vessel. It could try to be as invisible as possible, or just try to zip past. What do you think, Cal? How do you want to approach coming into one of the more defended worlds, and Empire
I mean,
specifically?
don't we have a stealth version, or we look?
Yeah, that makes you look like a merchant.
Yeah, we do that.
All right, so you appear to be a merchant vessel, and
We put our merchants disguises on. You know, the mustache.
who do you want to
We
have on
an
the
imperial
deck?
code.
Who do you want to have
Oh,
on the
but it
deck
checks
with
out.
you when the vessel has the check occur? You're the captain, so you can order who you want onto the deck. But I wouldn't say more than like 5 people.
I think the crew is better suited for this, but
Well, some of your crew are busy working on the vessel, making sure that it is operating appropriately, and also making sure they're in position just in case something goes wrong.
yeah. Okay. This is.
I'm super wanted.
C is blatantly
Nova
a
is
normal
wanted on
company.
a little skin. I think Birch will just make us look innocent, so I'll have Birch. Era
Okay.
wants to get on too much, but I'm a little. But Era, you come.
I've never snuck onto a planet before.
Wait.
We're all going on the planet. This is just to see if we can get onto the onto part of the planet.
I've never snuck through a blockade or whatever we're doing.
Checkpoint?
I'll have
Someone who blurts that out is not the best person to have on the top of the ship.
Penelope seems like she'd know how to, be disguised and pretend to be someone else. I think.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm honored Emma
As an obfuscation thing going on there.
did not have obfuscation.
Sorry, we are
I'll have-
a package deal, right? Right, Penelope? Right?
I'll have.
I mean, that's true. He's my buddy cop.
Crackpaw, I think is Crackpaw important in Avalon? Is
He was an Archon at the university. He happens to have multiple industries that are developed under Seapaw Industries. He is one of the major manufacturing and shipment of beverages inside of those little automated dispensers through everywhere. He's got a wild ride Fantasyland like theme park based after
He's
it.
also been dead for 5 years.
He's also been dead for a lot longer than 5 years at this point.
I'm trying to include everyone here in the top with one version of the character. God damn it! I'm gonna regret this. Fine. It'll be. I don't. This isn't too much of a. Fine. Era really wants to be there. Birch, Penelope, Crackpaw might be him being alive suddenly might put less.
It'd be distracting.
Yes, and Aiden will make it a little bit weird.
I mean, I do look human now, I suppose.
And you shove.
You know what? Aiden.
All right, so that crew has been called to the deck. All the rest of them are kind of down below, talking
By
and
the way,
mingling and
Penelope,
eating food.
You're gonna be being talked to by like mostly dwarves, so don't get thrown off by that.
What?
Like dwarves, yeah.
No, dwarves. I thought they
Yeah.
preferred like little people. I don't think you're being sensitive right now.
Actually, you know what? I want Todd
No,
up here
definitely
too.
don't call them little people.
And you want Todd up there too?
So maybe
Hell yeah, Todd.
instead of Aiden, we have oh my god,
Darian?
Darian, yeah.
Instead of Aiden, you have Darian and Todd.
Oh, that's a.
I want to embrace chaos.
Let's
for
go
once.
meet these little people.
All right, so you get
wanna
ordered up
embrace
to the
chaos.
deck.
Again, do not call them that. They are dwarves.
So I want to say that your characters at this point have been kind of briefed in the fact that you are in a different universe than you're used to living in. You don't know if there's a way back. The crew, I'm sure, has offered to try to find a way to help you, although your world seemed to end for some reason. And
I was gonna have a scene where I explained to the vampire crew with a hot pocket analogy of having left their hot pocket into our hot pocket in terms of realities. But
it's more than that, Era. As you've described it to them, their hot pockets ceased to exist, and you took out a piece of it and brought it somewhere else, and now they can't get back in their old hot pocket. Somebody ate their old hot pocket. That's what happened.
as
what are you
someone
gonna
who's
pick?
No, who
eating
did?
your hot pocket, part of it fell into ours, which unfortunately it's not being eaten, but I think it has a bite taken out of it right now, which is bad,
Don't bother me.
but not quite.
You know,
as-
I understand what a universe is, right? You don't gotta call it Hot Pocket, kid.
Sure, bud. It's
Anyway,
okay. Shock manifests in a lot of different ways.
we see you on the deck as you're moving in for the basically for some of the procedures to just make sure you have your paperwork in order and that you're an appropriate vessel designated not as a terrorist or a terrorist organization or terrorist adjacent, and they're
Not yet.
so as
Not
you're
in this
there,
world.
you see 2 Empire gunships kind of pull up alongside a large checkpoint mechanism that seems to scan your vessel for strange anomalies or magical defects. And you see the guardsmen there, the gatekeeper themselves, and their little crew kind of move over, and they lower a gangplank down on the deck. And Penelope, as you're standing there, you see these 4 foot wide by like 5 foot tall individuals with massive arms and legs, like with huge chins that seem to be scruffy with what should be beards but seem to be poorly shaven, like walking over towards you. Oi! So, state your claim to Avalon. You part of a business venture of some kind, or do you have a what?
Arr, 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 arr. Right, Captain?
Sorry, boy madness. No, we're just returning back to Avalon.
No R's. We're merchants.
Merchants. Arr, DB merchants, yar.
Are you
Yeah.
okay, ma'am?
Sorry, one too many tours. You know how it is.
Oh, I'm yar. Crazy.
So how do you
I've
react,
never met a
Captain?
person who was the same height as width.
I think that was probably rude.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I'm awkward sometimes.
To be fair, they mentioned it as a compliment.
Lollipop.
Yes. Hello. We the merchant ship. These are people. We got kidnapped by pirates and have got into the language of the pirates. So don't mind them.
Why do you sound like that?
You
were very-
don't mind us.
This is.
You have a very sturdy Denerim accent, sir.
Right now? It's rude.
What?
You have a very strong Denerim accent.
Yes, I'm a merchant from Denerim.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Do you have your 13Bs, 2460As, and your statement of cargo manifest available?
What on earth would you do with that many bees?
Should I roll a brain? To know
Go
what
ahead,
those
give
are?
me a brains roll. Crackpot, what are you doing as you're standing up there on the deck?
I'm just counting the seconds until either we are all under arrest or we have to start using somebody's brain to actually work something out.
So, Cal, you've been through
literally.
some of these checkpoints before. You do have some paperwork that you think will pass for what they're looking for. You've stolen some forms before, you've had some forged, things like that. Typically, Muriel handles the paperwork portion of it. So as you look over and see her, she's like, "Hey, Captain." Then she like hands up some pages.
So yes, this is the B2, the 4, and the other one, and the manifest. Yes.
It says here you're shipping crates full of beans and larvae.
Balloon loves its beans and a larva.
Can't get enough.
It's
Give
a
it-
fiber and a protein.
Give me
Well,
charming
love it.
rolls, all of you who are talking right now.
Totally.
I got to say, these Avalon. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, Era
Mario
with
Brothers,
this
oh, no.
critical
No,
failure.
I will guide my hand here.
Yes.
Oh!
Nat 20 from a 0 to a nat 20. With a 13 from Nova. So
I do not recall Penelope being not charismatic.
she's too scary to be charismatic.
Oh, that's right. That's true. I forgot about that.
So with your nat 20 roll, Era, do you distract the guards and the others around through some sort of impressive display, causing them to, maybe not pay as much attention as they should be? Or do you have a vision you can use later of the future?
Ooh. Well, give me that
Oh,
Google.
thanks, McSherry.
All right, so
So-
write down inside of your notes that Era has an important vision, and you can tell me when you wish to trigger it, and it will
Oh,
grant
that's even
you
better than I thought.
it will grant you a banked roll, kind of the way that time mages do, that you can use later in some circumstance. Aces to everyone from McSherry.
We might need them. Thank you.
What are you talking about? I've rolled 2 nat 1s
So-
and I've rolled like 3 rolls this game. I don't know what you're beating.
So Era's doing pretty well. Cal's doing pretty well. Nova's doing pretty well. Aiden's doing.
That's Penelope, by the way.
Yeah, and it's not Aiden anyways. It was,
Yeah, and I'm probably the most charismatic motherfucker on this
Darian.
deck, but whatever.
Darian just seems like an ass.
Can't
over
we
here.
just have them in the back and then not to say anything?
And you start
This
like
fool's gonna get us killed.
making them back off. You have to look like you have crew up here on the deck. That's part of the checkpoint, so they can actually take a look at your crew and hopefully not get curious and start wanting to go down below. So with the rolls that you have, you see one of them just start. All right, inspection. And you see one of the other guards over there getting ready to say yay or nay to the inspection. Era, how do you change this circumstance at the moment with the nat 20 that you rolled? Because they're about to inspect your vessel.
By the way, I really hope no one is squeamish because I will say the larvae are loose. Like they're not in packaging because they would die in transit. So there's just kind of large beds of
You
larvae.
have giant
They
beds of
smell
cold-
really bad.
Yeah. Well, so basically,
I'll
like
over.
if you squish them, they're not gonna stay all nice and juicy and protein
Oh,
full,
God.
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
those coreal larvae, they smell like rotting cheese. How do you...
they smell better than the beans. So
Oh. Tell you what,
said you eat rotten food, right?
everything looks in order here, and you see him like scratching down a little signature on the pages. If you'll just turn this in at the docking bay, they'll let you on in. Have a good day. Make sure that you keep your noses clean, and welcome to Avalon. You see them like turn around and start marching off the deck.
also, your intramural softball team's gonna do really well, I think.
How do you know about
That's
the mural softball team? God, what? Just like walk past.
This is a way more gullible universe than the one I'm used to. Wow. I cannot even begin to understand how that just worked.
I love it.
So, you pass the blockade. You start heading into Avalon. And hitting the upper atmosphere, you see the massive cities towering below. You see airships flying through all of the skies around you. You can see Albion itself, the multi-hundred miles in diameter city, completely filled to the brim with individuals down there. And you are not traveling there. You're heading east to an island surrounded by flying towers, surrounded by a bunch of waterworks and whatnot, until you get closer and closer over the course of the next hour, and you find yourselves outside of the university. This is what it looks like from the air.
So I kind of thought that we were just going through their blockade and then we were gonna like take our ship somewhere. So we're gonna do this without. I mean, I'm assuming Nova gave us like instructions on where to find the thing.
She's available
book
to
to
talk
Cal?
to, but she had stated that, well, her uncle, or what you would call uncle, he's not really an uncle, is someone that you might be able to talk to directly. And Aaron is someone that you know where he lives. You could just go visit. The problem is that as you've approached, Nova's gotten more and more worried, because if that fortune that Era has granted you is real, you only have a few days to figure out where your mom is and save her, or apparently she's gonna die. The issue is, both of these noble houses that you're trying to travel to speak to these individuals are on opposite sides of the university, which is a hundreds of miles long city.
That's ridiculous.
So, splitting up might be in order.
I don't see any combination of these people doing anything good without Cal probably to wrangle them. But that's just my opinion.
So, two paths lay before you on Avalon and the university. Two historians who are rumored to hold knowledge, or even possibly an Akirian tablet itself, maybe, that Herschel seems to have been aware of. Now, you have Gregor Carlsburn. He's an individual who is a historian, who happens to know a lot of information about things. And, of course, Aaron Elson, who is the proprietor, the dean of the Museum of Aethersphere History in the university. He happens to have a large manor not too far outside the city where you think maybe you could meet with him and speak. So, as you approach, you find yourselves up above the city itself. There are a few avenues of approach. The large section kind of pointing out over the bay, over the harbor, is the receiver's dock. That's usually where like dignitaries go, important individuals that are heading to the university. They're often just swarmed with individuals looking to make sure they're well taken care of, so that they, donate graciously to the university, that kind of thing. And then, of course, there's the students' areas and the actual housing for individuals who live there. Alice's house was on the west side of the university, over in that section. It's kind of surrounded by massive walls. You could head in that direction and land at their private dock. You could go near the front, or you can head over to where some of the advanced students live. So that's up to all of you to discuss how you want to approach this. But there is two places to go to, and if you take too long, Alice might die.
We could see the Gregor guy, because the only reason I'm thinking that is because from, he was the dude that kept losing his head that was with her face in What We Do in the Shadows. But aside from that, I have no other opinion.
So,
I feel
Alice,
like the lovely voice in the sky is telling us we need to split the party.
you have a very large crew now.
Can we get more people?
We take the most responsible ones and we separate. What we do, hear me out, is we take the first 2 most responsible and then we make them pick sides like dodgeball.
So just to clarify the position that we're at, all of your alternate selves now realize that their existence, or possibly their return to their own existence, hinges on whatever it is that this crew is trying to find that might help them get back.
So, but I'm thinking that we were just us in this group that Cal picked, but we can go back and get our other selves.
Yes.
That was just who was
Yes.
like on top of the deck during
That's
the.
what I thought, and
Yes,
then we were
yes, yes.
suddenly
Sorry.
at the university, and I was so confused.
Well, you made it through the upper atmosphere, and flying around with an airship above there only took an hour to get here. So during that time, you could obviously have moved amongst the crew and had some discussion.
So, and just to be clear, so Gregor might have information, and then the other guy we think might just have the tablet or something
Maybe
similar.
he might have a tablet, or at least he might know about it as well. Being the proprietor of a very powerful
A museum.
museum, yes, there might be something there specifically.
Hey, cop buddy.
What?
I don't actually know. Do you do crime? Do you know how to do a crime?
I
Oh.
know how to do a crime or two.
Well, I mean,
Because, so, I think I remember Star Wink mentioning that they knew the other person who doesn't have a museum. So I'm thinking, what if, people who actually like to talk, go talk to the Gregor, and then another group of people send like one person to talk to the guy who owns a museum, and then the rest of us just kind of steal it.
I like that idea.
so talkers one team, and what's the other one?
So talking to Gregor, what's his what, and then one person talking, maybe 2, and then the rest stealing. Just for a nice distraction, because I heard those are good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do the stealing with the talking. I'll be the talker of the stealers.
Great.
Okay.
All right, so what
I
crew
think-
do you want to send to steal, and what crew do you want to send to talk?
Sounds like so
My-
far it's
my heart is-
Cal, Penelope,
Era.
and Era.
My
Arch
heart is
would
racing
probably
after
go-
lying to a public official, and I want more of that high.
Who else? Guy with the sharp teeth. Are you good at stealing things?
Yeah, I am good at stealing things, and I can run really fast.
And he can also talk.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
you're the other talker. All right, there we go. And or Aiden, do you want to talk or steal?
I would rather talk, thank you.
All right.
That's fine. You can do the boring mission.
Okay, so I'm gonna write this down because
And
now I'm
I'm
getting
assuming-
confused by the amount of people.
I'm assuming the wolf guy is not a talker, but
It seems like a
He could-
real diplomat to me.
And
But
he
like-
could probably go and with me, Star. No.
yeah,
no,
because
Star. Yes.
because I'm a little nervous that we need to be hidden and everything. And I bet you're good at but you're hiding, my buddy. But like yeah, protection. You better protection, right? Wolfang hide from hunters all life, but okay. Protection.
Was that a
I go
yes or a-
or no for anyone who I need to. Yes.
I like to just nod and say affirming things to them.
So far I have Aiden, Nova, and Ulfang going to do the talking at the moment. And we have Penny, Cal, Darian, and Era stealing at the moment. Where is Zeta and Birch go? Where are Zeta and Birch going to be?
Z would go with Aiden, and Birch is going to go with the crew that's 100% going to get arrested.
Okay.
And then Crackpaw and Nohu, whose
Crackpaw and Nohu.
teams will he?
Mel,
be
go over to balance the team.
Yes.
Whichever team has the less members, I guess.
Currently the talking team has one less.
No, but to the talking team then.
All right, with both of them?
Well, sure, he's not going to leave his lab assistant / rats that cobbled behind. There's a lot of things brewing there. not just metaphorically.
All right. So we got Aiden, Nova, Ulfang, Zeta, Nohu, and Crackpaw all going to speak with Gregor Carlsberg. We've got Penny, Cal, Darian, Era, and Birch all going to steal a thing.
And Todd.
What's that? And yeah.
Todd.
And Todd. Todd wouldn't leave. Yeah, Darian. Todd would never leave Darian.
No.
Oh, does that mean then it was even and that Nohu and
Yep.
Crackpot should just go ahead and go over with Team Steel?
Is that what you're saying? You want them out of your party?
No, because I'm in both parties.
To be fair, I don't think Team Talk needs as many people theoretically.
To
I
be
think-
fair,
but
I think team mostly still with a little bit of talk is needs to be of a similar trend to all talk. So Karpa will do the deal of a lot of talk and a little bit of steel.
Okay.
I would like to refer to Team Steel as just Team Crime at this point. I feel like that's just a better Team Crime.
Crime
But
team.
Team Steel could also be overheard by the casual observer as
That's like the best.
STEL.
yeah, Team Steel. You know.
Steel Team 6.
Yes.
Steel
How many-
Team 6.
Can we please call it Steel Team 6 now?
I mean, if you guys want to, you can call it
Birch
Steel
will.
Team 6, whatever you want.
Is it 6 of us?
There
Think
is,
it might
yeah, there's 6 of you.
Nice.
Yes!
So I'm
Yes!
gonna do something real quick. Just a moment.
I love it. That makes me really happy.
Steel Team 6. So, which direction are you gonna head to first? You're gonna drop people off at Talk Team and then fly Steel Team over, or you're gonna go Steel Team drop off, fly Talk Team over?
Whoa, that second one seemed more complicated. Maybe we should go
I
first.
think we drop off Talking Team because it's much more likely that Steel Team 6 will need a hot exit and therefore need the ship close.
Correct.
Or they will need someone to pick them up, which I guess the crew is staying, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Do we have someone set to bail us out of jail?
That'd be
I mean, you've got the crew.
slash
You've
Talking
got-
Team.
You do have the
That's
Zephyr
weird.
No,
crew.
we don't need to be bailed out. We just escape if that happens.
All right.
Easy. We've done it
So-
a bunch of times. At this point, Avalon Jail, I know all the crooks and crannies.
So, as you are
All the crooks
all
and crannies.
getting ready to go to this, it looks like we're gonna drop off the Talk Team, and we're gonna have Steel Team 6 have the vessel nearby. Zeta,
Yes.
you forget what Malekna's voice sounds like.
That's not that big of a deal.
Aiden,
We're fine.
you forget what Nyria's face looked like.
Oh, thank God.
Honestly, these are all positives that are happening right now.
No,
Don't even miss her.
you can't remember your mother.
What was her name?
Cal. You know you had an uncle once.
Wait, Caleb's not here.
You haven't seen him in a long time, and now you
But,
can't remember.
But I have the ability that he'll call. He'll say he'll
You-
come whenever I call. That's my Nat 20 ability.
You remember him, only barely.
Uncle.
Nova.
Nat 20. Uncle, say something.
You don't remember. You don't remember the books
For
you
justice.
studied as a youth.
Well, that's boring and not heartbreaking. Thank you. None of them. None of them at all. Not even Winnie the Pooh.
None of them. You
Oh,
can't
but
remember
how I
the
know
sound
I'm
of your mother's
smarter than I
voice
think so.
reading you bedtime stories. Negative charisma. Thank you for the raid. That was well timed. And as we see you all moving, we are now going to roll initiative. I'm going to use it again as your main characters because that would be too many initiatives for everybody involved for now. Just so we can see who operates, when they operate, that kind of thing. We're also likely going to stick with one crew at a time until I change scenes. We are, of course, through the halfway part of an episode, so let's see how far we get. So we've got Aiden with a 16. We have Era with a 17. We have Birch with an 8. Because of course we do. We have Nohu with a 16.
Not very fast.
And we have a Cal
You're fine.
with a 25. And we have a Nova with a... whatever that is.
Wait, am I rolling?
Yeah, you're supposed to have an initiative roll.
I just didn't know where I went.
An
I
8.
don't know.
All right. So there we are.
I'm assessing my situation first.
Assessing your situation. Okay. I'm only having you roll for your mains, not for your alts for now. You're just going to be running on those initiatives for the moment.
He just wanted another nice roll.
Ended up wasting the roll.
You did?
So the first one, do you all want to start with the talk or with Steel Team 6? I'm going to take votes. So give me your vote. We'll start with Shannon.
I don't.
I feel like it's more dramatic to start with talking because the other one's probably going to go much more wrong much more quickly.
Moron. Who are you calling a moron? Fine. That's what I think.
Talk,
Too.
apparently. Birch, Anna.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Talk.
it'd be funnier to just hold off on the fact we're all gonna get arrested.
Okay. Talk first, right.
You can't even guarantee he has the shit.
Rob,
We can't.
talk
But if he
first, even though
doesn't,
you're not in that
Sure.
scene.
steal
Okay.
something
Yeah,
cool.
it's okay. I'll be off.
Steven,
This-
talk first or Steals first?
Steal, because I like to be different.
Okay, well that makes it so we have to have more votes. Talk or steal, Strat?
Steal.
It's up to Cal. So Sanan, talk or steal? You're the defining tiebreaker.
I mean, I agree with Rob about the steel being second, being more dramatic.
Okay, sure. So we're gonna start off with the talking area.
If he wanted to do steal, it would have just been a tie.
Sure,
Tie.
sure.
We tie as a tiebreaker.
As you
Oh.
all
Nobody's ever made that joke in his entire life.
never ever once. With the talking crew, we have Aiden. There you are. We have Nova. Here you are.
The nice
We
thing is
have
though, if there isn't the
Wolfang.
tablet at the museum, there's probably all sorts of other cool things to steal. And as pirates, it's probably our moral obligation to free them from the confines of the bourgeoisie and their pay-to-play learning, and distribute them to the people. So,
For money.
It's like one of the first loots the Zephyr's ever done.
So, yeah, we got you all standing out here. So you have arrived in late evening. The sun's starting to set. You can see the manor in the distance. Always a bit strange to you, Nova, that this ancient historian, as he was kind of attracted to snakes, to serpents, to graves, and death. Of course, he was somebody who dealt in tombs and things like that on occasion, who liked the idea of the ancient and the dead and the destroyed. So as you walk up on his manor, seeing this massive place, you see a large iron wrought gate bearing a serpent face that kind of monitors and watches you as you walk in that direction.
Well, I hate this place already.
I really felt like you would enjoy it with the whole death motif thing happening.
Yes, but too close to the sill, you see.
All right.
Hmm.
So as you're standing there before the gates, you see that the manor itself has a few lights within, and it looks like maybe somebody's home. After you had been dropped off by your ship, it had picked up and kind of flown away. Some of the defenders in the Flamel that have been watching didn't seem to pick up any sort of danger from your vessel and have allowed you to land. On making your way over in this direction, you are now standing there before the gates, and they don't open at the moment. The serpent eye kind of turns and stares at you and then stops. Normally this is when you would hear your Uncle Carl talk to somebody at the gate. Maybe he's busy.
Did you just say Uncle Carl?
Gregor Carlsberg. Yeah, sometimes Uncle Carl.
Is there a ding dongy button?
There is up on the gate, so you walk over and press it.
Uh huh.
Ding dong ding. You hear the sound of it ringing in the distance. And as you step up to it and you press that button on the gate, you see the little edge of the gate just swing open slightly. It wasn't closed all the way.
Okay. Cool. I'm not really great at leadership roles, but you know what, guys? Everybody, let's just take it easy and be careful. And it's entirely plausible that perhaps something horrible has happened to my uncle because he didn't lock his gate, which seems very strange. It's okay.
She scratches behind your ear.
Does Ufan sense something wrong?
Okay. Well, let's go cautiously.
All right, so
Into the night.
Cal and Olfang, you get to go first. The two of you.
There you go.
So Cal, you and Olfang are going first. So in this case, you're up first before anybody else moves. Nova allows you to, or lets you know that something is off. You feel a little bit strange. What do you wish to do?
Ufang, cautiously tiptoes in, because that pirate captain said Ufang not sneaky. Ufang good at sneaky. That's all.
All right. Can you see Olfang at the moment on the
Super
map?
over animatedly tiptoeing.
Yes. Ufang tiptoe.
Can you move that icon? I'm curious if that's a thing you can do.
How long?
Yes, he has 6 movement. So he just kind of tiptoes in a bit, and you can see some of the well manicured bushes at the side kind of fluttering around you. Give me an aware roll if you would, Olfang.
Olfang, what do your puppy eyes see?
So D20 plus 2.
Just double click on that on the sheet.
Ah!
That's a critical failure. Double click on it on the character's note section on the sheet. It should automatically roll a die at that point. There you go. That's a 5. So nope, nothing. You're gonna ace it. That's a 9. With a 9, I will tell you that you smell a coppery scent in the air that reminds you of blood, but you don't see anything.
Smell like blood.
Blood. Blood. Copper. Or iron.
Since Era is not in the scene, and it is technically Rob's turn, do you want to give up one of your characters, Strat, to allow Rob to play
you don't
them?
have to do that. I can have fun and observe and meme around. You don't have to give up.
If he wants to take over Crockpot, then sure, by all means.
Crackpot.
Please.
You know,
Carry on.
Right.
theoretically, could we not have so Nova actually, it hasn't come up in any of these, but she can talk to Eternals, and it's like most like her whole shtick. And even though he's not technically an Eternal, since he's in Cadus, couldn't we just pluck one of Era's personalities in an incorporeal form and have him sitting like on my shoulder?
He's already everywhere.
Yeah, I want to get like the Era experience, like have a.
I also definitely heard you say I could
So-
talk to turtles, which is true. Not what I meant at that moment.
So
It's
I'm
not
gonna say,
applicable to this present situation, but
because
it is
of
true.
because of certain story elements, I'm going to allow Era to also exist in these scenes. You are incorporeal, so all you can do is kind of see what they can see. You're kind of with them. So I'm gonna say yes.
Sure.
Era's got a floating ghost creature that is Era. You can only do mental things from here.
Well, mental things like just float ahead and see what's up without any consequences. So
Yes.
just gonna charge straight ahead and see.
You start floating.
what's going on.
What do you look like? The World of Warcraft wisps, the night elf ones.
Yes,
that have
please.
the weird face on
When you get bored, just circle a tree.
Yep.
But like the
Let's
face,
see.
it has to have
Yeah.
the
Just
face.
this, like big,
Yeah.
like, giant mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
Spent
All right.
so much time as the fucking wisp.
Let me see. I might have something here. Hold on. We could use where is it at? No, not that one.
Can't wait. Whatever it is, it's gonna be great.
Is it in here? No.
Oh, we
No.
could also No, maybe that wouldn't work. I may be able to have you do physical things too, Era, if that comes up.
As
That'd be really
as an
fun.
Akata, I suppose that's true.
Channel the nearest eternal.
Yes,
We're gonna
right.
let you use this token.
Until I accidentally
Incredible.
super pump you up, and then you just have another Era. Then there's 2.
Now,
All right.
being that I'm incorporeal, do I move faster than my tiny feet?
No, I mean
Being
you
middle
still
life?
are restrained by the fact that you think you're you.
That's
Now, the
fair.
World of Warcraft wisps did move like 80% faster. Just
did.
saying.
These are not. This isn't World of Warcraft. You
Yeah.
crazy people.
Not with that attitude.
Did I hear something
Exactly.
about a turtle? B says, and suddenly we have.
Turtle.
Aiden,
Yeah.
you're up next. Standing out there on the outside of this building. What do you attempt to do?
I'm going to move forward
Okay.
toward the other side.
You move a little bit off to the side. You can keep moving forward with
See
your
if
second
there's
movement if
anything.
you'd like.
And
You're
I
kinda jogging.
will. Right about there.
All right, you jog around the corner. There's a stairwell that seems to lead up and further onto the grounds that are here. Nohu, you and Crackpaw are up.
All right. What's the light situation? Just to make sure. Is it as dark as it seems?
It is as dark as it seems. It's early evening. Well, it'd be like 9, 10 o'clock at night. So you can see the sky lit up with the stars and the light from the cities nearby, but it's very dark in general terms out here.
All right. Just does Skixen get something like dark vision? I believe.
You do have the ability to see with your sense of smell within 20 feet around you, but Crackpaw has burned out his sense of smell.
Oh, and
Drugs are bad.
Mhm.
sight, just normal sight, correct?
Yes, normal sight.
All right. For the time being, Quackpop will send Nohu forward to the very, very front as far as he can do with a double move, and just order him to scream as loud as possible to attract whatever it may be hiding.
Just tells him to go in there and start screaming.
Mm-hmm.
All
If
right.
there's anything in here, better to, make sure to bring it out as soon as possible and not waste any time.
All right, so
I'm a Bassy Skixen.
Nohu moves right behind the ghostly apparition that is Era, Ulfang, and Aiden. And give us your Nohu scream. What does he do?
Anyone in here? Answer me! I'm giving autographs! I'm very famous adventurer!
Just start yelling. Let's see what happens.
Like a demented Mickey Mouse.
I'm just saying that we're giving Darian shit for how he treats
Okay.
Todd, but I'm seeing very similar things happening here with Crackpaw. No.
Yeah, no. There's
Hasn't been
really-
damaged so far. No
Crackpaw.
damage has come to him.
Give me an aware roll, please, Crackpaw, from where you're standing. Okay. For a brief moment, you see a shadow darken one of the windows of the building up ahead.
All right, everybody, they'll be here in a couple of seconds, so, try to stay alive. And I'll hold where I am as long as I have line of sight to anything that may approach, so to say.
All right. Birch, you are Z in this situation. What do you do?
I mean, Z knows nothing but punch, and if that's all I'm gonna move. I don't remember how much Z moved. She had short legs. It's
Z
probably 5.
has 7 move, actually.
Oh yeah, the whole
can
being
move further than
super
me.
speedy thing. Yeah, I gotcha. I already moved
She
that.
can sprint and move very
Tiny
fast.
zoom zoom.
I should put that on the sheet, though, for what
She
their
does have
move
tiny zoom zooms.
Pretty fly for a desk guy.
is.
I'm gonna go up the stairs over here. I can only move 6 because then I can't see, but I'm gonna move the extra 1 up the stairs.
All right, so you run around the corner. So if you put 2 markers, you can actually go and use up all of your movement that way. So you go down and then over and then up. That'll actually do that as well. So you start heading up it, and at the top you can see some grim face of something staring at you from the dark. Give me an aware roll.
Ha ha ha! Ha! That's not scary. Where's my Z? Sheets. Aware? I'm not very aware. That's not bad. 17.
So something terrifying, just stares you down from the darkness, and then you realize that it's like this twisted-faced statue that's up in a garden.
Cool. They have creepy. Did your uncle just have a lot of creepy statues? Was that his thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nova, your turn.
I'm going to. How many do? Let's see. I'm just Nova, huh?
Yep.
All right. I have 7. So that. I guess. I never can do these right. Wait. Is that right? 7. That far?
Yep. You got
That's
7.
it?
That's I can move you there if you'd like. You can drag in your character too, though.
I don't know. I never use these stupid things because I can never pinch it correctly. Anyway, I'm going to start going up. I guess only a 7 move, but then there's nothing else going on, so I can take my other move and move another 7.
Yep.
I'm going to go to the other side of where Z is.
All right, so you walk up those stairs a bit, and you see the familiar walkway that you and your mother had traversed when heading over to your uncle's place, and see some of his ancient gauche statues that he bought for way too much money.
Oh, gosh. This way, guys? Up this stairs?
Give me an aware roll, Nova.
Okay. Oh, so close to
17.
20. 17.
With a 17, you see droplets of blood on the ground in front of you, and hanging from the statue at the edge is a very familiar neck attire.
I was imagining, like, my uncle being hung right there, but you're saying it's just like his tie?
No, it's Alice's tie, or her, whatever that thing is called that she wears.
Oh, her ascot.
Her ascot. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes, you see a
Wait,
torn
his
ascot. You see a torn ascot hanging from a section of the stone up there.
So this is not smart, and I'm sorry, everybody. But yeah, as soon as I can, just gonna snatch that freak out and run up. But I guess I can't because initiative.
On your next turn, I suppose. Seeing the dangling ascot, seeing droplets of blood upon the ground, that scene fades out. And we find ourselves at a different location.
Of course we do.
So, the crew that has arrived out of this location. Let's see, who do we have here now? Now I gotta set this one up. Steel Team 6, yes. We've got Penny. We've got Cal Ronan Jester Ronan. There you are. We've got Darian and Todd. There's Darian, and there's Todd. And we've got
poor Todd.
Era and Birch. Era, where the hell are you? There you are.
What do you mean, when am I? Please answer me.
So we will now share that one. All right. So I got to make sure everybody is in party vision that needs to be real quick, and then this will work in the future.
Todd's just a dude.
He legit did gain weight too since last time I saw his picture. Works out perfect for his cushion.
So Cal, you're up first. They dropped you off. The ship dropped you off and then moved a distance away that wasn't so far that you couldn't radio into them if you needed to. You saw the manor up ahead, and you're now at the end of the drive. Seeing it in the distance, it looks quiet. It's late in the evening. You think whoever might be inside may be slumbering. The lights are dim, not too bright. There doesn't seem to be any security outside. So you're getting closer to the house itself. You might try to find a way in or whatever it is that you're seeking to do. So what do you say to the crew? How do you start this?
All right, let's rob a place.
Yeah.
Try to be sneaky. Let's try to do this as a team. All right.
Ruby Raid. Hi, Ruby Raid. Thank you for being here.
Hey.
Just steal things from a museum.
They're trying to steal from a museum.
It's okay though, because we need it and they don't.
Thank you for showing up, and we'll be hopefully entertaining.
So yeah, team. Let's try to be a team. No one. Let's try to plan this out. No one acts too crazy because we don't want to get any security, and let's not fuck this up.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be great. We're just gonna
Darian,
march in.
Yeah,
I
Darren and
heard-
I have never fucked anything up in any team that we've ever
Yeah.
been in.
Oh, I trust you. You got
I
one of
also-
those capable faces. I'll bet.
I also heard an implicit, like, not including us two on whole not being crazy, because, like, he does know what our, like, whole kind of jam
Hold on
is.
1 minute. I'm just gonna shut down their security systems.
All right. So
Technical
you how do you
difficulties.
how do you plug into their security systems, Darian?
Their
Does your port
Wi-Fi.
fit their
You
slot?
search for Wi-Fi and you don't find any.
Oh, that's right. Different universe.
What is a Wi-Fi?
Wireless connectivity of devices through zeros and one. You know what?
It's
Never
like
mind.
magic fairy
wires?
bubbles that float from one place into another and
Yeah.
carry information back and forth.
That makes
Ah.
sense.
I see. Why can't you do that with Steam?
That's just stupid.
Well, it's Steam
what do you-
technology, so I'm assuming.
Steam.
Steam.
I'm pretty sure that would fry my computer if I turned it on in a steamy environment.
Electronics
Alright.
don't like
What?
water.
Oh, it's steamy. All right, let's
Could
try
you
to
plug
stick this
in?
place out.
Oh, maybe I could hotwire it.
Oh wait,
Be my
didn't you,
guest.
didn't you have
The
one of them?
last time I hotwired anything was like in the 80s and it was a Volvo, but I'm sure this is similar.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, sure.
Darian, did you say you have one of them devices that like flights around and you see what's out there and whatnot?
Drone. Yeah.
What? Yeah,
Okay.
the drone. Let's use that to stake this place out.
The drone. You
I'm
don't think
assuming
that
we don't have
someone's gonna
drones
hear
in
that?
this world, so I'm confused what it is. But yeah,
Honestly, it's kind of loud. All right,
is it that loud?
I'll do it.
Is it too loud?
I mean,
Sounds kind of like.
As it starts like lifting up the
I
flag.
mean, keep it from a distance. You know, this can be anything. They're flying ships all around.
can I
I
try
think
to
he just wants to
hotwire
see
the
it fly.
Let's just do both.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'll bust out the drone.
Okay,
Two
so
things can't fail at the same time. I mean,
Thank you.
the
That makes
drone
perfect sense.
comes out and you start like zipping it up through the air. Where is it headed? Where are you making it go?
I am going to have it, far back where we are, just have it go straight up and then away from the perimeter to where we can just zoom in and circle it with a pretty good distance so it can't be heard.
All right, so the drone starts flying up above the city.
It's just a giant bug.
And
for all
as it
we know.
like zips up a little bit over the city, as it comes up to about, I'd say 25-30 feet, and it starts trying to feed you back information to your computer. Give me a high or low, please.
Hi.
hi.
Looking down, your laptop screen goes black, and you see the light, the power on it, go red.
And it's dead. So,
And then you see your drone go and start falling towards the ground.
I can heal it
Ow.
if it's dead. I can.
Yeah,
race to it really fast and catch it.
Give me
have
an
a med-
agile
a
roll to grab it.
Band-aid.
Band-aid. Give me an
Just
agile
throws-
roll to try to
Aaron
catch
just
that thing.
throws gauze at you.
Oh, nice. With a 20, you leap through the air, you catch it within like centimeters of it smashing into the street, and just hold the thing.
Nice catch.
Well, that was pointless. Thanks, but fucking pointless. I don't suppose there's an outlet around here, is there?
What
you
is
Yes,
it?
you can
see
always talk to me if you need.
an outlet.
You know what? I'm just gonna put this fucking thing away. Just fold it up, put it back in its case.
I guess we sneak towards it and see what we see.
Okay, so you're gonna start moving in. So Cal, if you'll move
I'm
first.
getting the feeling no one wants me to hotwire the box to open the door.
What? I might, yeah.
I mean,
Do it.
How else are we gonna get in?
I don't know.
Have Todd touch it first. Make sure it doesn't shock you or anything.
Cal starts moving
I like
forward.
a little shock.
You can see a flickering lamplight inside the window up ahead, and you think you see something through the window. You're not sure what it is.
The light.
So Cal started moving forward. Era, it's your turn now.
Great. All right. Well, I'm sure it's not nearly as cool as what you were gonna do, but I guess I'll do my own kind of perimeter sweep, and I'll use Eternal Eyes and just see with like magic vision. and see
Alright,
what.
so-
Don't internalize things. It's okay. What you've been through wasn't your fault.
You're turning
Thanks.
on Eternal
Eternal
Eyes.
Who's the outlet now?
Let's see if I can do this thing. Hold on. Vision mode for you.
Ooh.
Now has to be changed. Token vision goes into, there we go.
I wish we had
and-
Vision here. He'd get this shit straightened out real quick.
Because I can I could. It's vision range of 10 if you're going
Yeah.
that specific.
I've got that set up. So you can't quite see it here, so maybe I can move you for a second. Hold on.
Oh, to be fair, should we have split the consciousness of both either Crackpaw or Nohu and had him on someone's shoulders during this?
I was gonna bring that up before I got a free ghost clone, but yeah.
So if you look on the map now, you should be able to see that there's kind of some slightly darker areas around you. You can tell that there is some sort of hedge maze off to the west of you, so on the other side of this. Over to the right, there's some sort of like star-shaped growth of plants and whatnot. And then there's the building in front of you. No, we don't need to have any kind of ephemeral strat, because strat's here already
I thought
in
you
a
were
different
just
way.
in perpetuity and
it's fine.
ignoring all of my great ideas.
No,
this time,
I
but
wasn't ignoring anything.
Uh-huh.
And you
I'm
can't-
sorry, should we all be concerned that the quote strats here but in a different way
Yeah.
came out of Ty's mouth?
No,
it's
Yeah.
fine. It's
no,
fine.
I'm
just gonna
excited.
not.
It's fine.
Hey, Birch, there's like a star of plants that way if you wanted to check it out.
100%. I'll be over there. No, you guys don't need me. I'm not very stealthy
We'll
and
call if you
pretty
need.
loud.
We'll call.
I
if
do
we-
have a lot of strength, and I don't mean to be offensive, but I don't think anyone in this group is very strong. So if you need me for that situation, let me know.
I used to kind of be.
Okay, plant
Also,
girl.
there was a
I'm
highlighted
strong.
message from Shrilly Willy Maine that says, "Oh snap! Finally catching the stream. Hi Anna and others. Heart Tinkerbell, Dane.
Twinkerbell Dane.
Oh
Tinkerbell Dane.
That's my friend.
Hi!
Hi, Dane.
Welcome!
And then I'll move up, and since I'm closer, I should hopefully be able to see if there's any magical malarkey going on with the music.
Larky.
So, as you move
Larky.
forward and you're kind of looking around, the energies that are pouring forth from you as you're pulling on the Eternal causes a triggering mechanism. The gate in front of the compound just slams shut. And then you see the sky fill with university alchemist runes that now seem to be doming over and
Runes.
around you. Era finds a time stone. I think this is how this works.
Great.
Era, right at
just-
your feet, there's some sort of rock phasing in and out of existence.
I swallow it.
That is such a no-who action.
Sorry, it's just the first thing
I
that came
mean,
my
you know,
head.
it's
Rob
fine, it's
heard
fine,
the
it's fine.
potential that he could play Nohu for a second and internalize this.
Copyright infringement.
Copyright infringement.
Sue him, Strat. Sue him.
So
Do
that
it.
was-
We're not married yet. Sue him.
That was Era's turn. Now it's Darian's turn.
Hey.
Although Darian, you already kind of had a turn because you went with the whole. You kind of took
kinda have
your
a
turn
turn.
out of phase, so I think I'm gonna skip you for now.
My bad.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, you set off a drone and then you
Hey,
went and you
hey.
caught it. You did a bunch of stuff.
Wow.
He did it because Cal told him to. His captain.
I know, but you
captain,
need to wait for your own
Followed
turn.
orders.
That's what we're doing.
He
things
was
in
following orders,
turns.
Ty. What the fuck?
Anyway,
Yeah.
shut up.
Wow.
Strat, you've been pushing this broom for a while through the halls of this ancient museum. As you were doing so, you have like music kind of bopping through little earphones that you have there. And you think you see
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you. Sorry. What was that?
you think you see light outside, and wearing your janitor's uniform, you know, you've got a mop in one hand, you've got your little tray that you're carrying around all of your supplies. So how do you react?
Is that some damn students lying around still here? Tuck, tuck, tuck. Hey, you kids, get out of here, or I'll call the guards.
You hear like a banging noise, someone like shouting from inside, bit of a muffled voice. That's that for the moment. Birch, or yeah, in this case, the actual Birch. What do you do?
Yeah, I heard Star Plant. I would like to go investigate the Star Plant. Thank you.
Star plant. That's.
Is it
I mean,
like a
Era,
pampu
did you
fruit
actually
in-
describe that or not?
Rob heard star plant.
It's a
star
star-shaped growth
formation?
of plants. Formation is some kind.
Star
yeah.
plant.
Star plant.
So no, I didn't describe it.
Okay.
I heard plants in the shape of a star. That's where we're going.
All right. So you turn and begin walking over in that direction, I suppose. I mean, if you didn't say it was. All right. You got to go east. So start traveling.
East. East.
Never eat.
East.
That's
Talking about-
west.
Well, I don't know what fucking directions are, Ty.
That's also walking through a wall. So
You know what? I
that's
think,
also
I think
walking
you
through
need
a
to
wall.
back off.
Bonk.
Also,
You've
to be
walked
fair,
over-
the wall looks like it's hedges, and if
It
anyone
is
could walk
very-
through a hedge,
No,
it
they
would be
can't. Have
dirt.
you ever tried to walk through a hedge? That is
I'm also
literally
made
Have
a
you
of
ever-
plant.
plants. Can't
Have
I
you
just
ever
like
tried to be a
plants?
plant?
You
and
could
walk through a
try. You
hedge?
could try to convince them using magic to move away. This would be a
I'm gonna.
chaos roll.
I'm gonna talk to my plant friends and just. I heard there was a star-shaped hedge thing over here, and I wish to see it, plant friends.
All right.
Use
So
me,
give me a
friends.
spend one overload, roll magical, and get higher than a natural 5 to avoid chaos.
Oh.
Technically.
That is a 14. So as you move over there, Birch just kind of reaches into the hedge, and then it just separates around her as she walks.
I am the
through
Homer Simpson
to
meme.
the other side.
Yes.
And then you find yourself in an area with a rather large tree and more hedges.
Tree friend.
You're welcome.
It's a man-eating tree. I mean, you're fine.
Good thing I'm not a man. It's fine.
Good thing I'm not a man.
Uh,
Where do you go from there?
do these,
Trees and man eaters.
it's gonna be a weird question. Do these trees look sad? Does it look like some shit's happened in this general vicinity of trees?
Did they
Steven,
look
shut up.
Mood.
sad?
Steven, shut up.
Tree mood.
Give me an aware
Fine.
roll
Yeah.
with a
Damn.
4. No, with a 4.
No,
4 is not
with a
very
4.
good. Yeah,
do,
they look.
do I ace the
they
sad
look
tree roll,
perfectly,
guys?
perfectly sad to you. I don't.
They look
I mean,
perfectly
we're
sad, or they
Nearing
look
the end of the
not?
episode.
You don't know.
I am
I mean-
nearing the
I
end of the
mean,
episode, and I have
here's the
3
thing,
aces.
you've
I'm gonna
compassion.
roll the sad
All
tree
right.
roll.
Compassion is your virtue.
Reroll.
That's true. This is a compassionate action.
Yeah.
Rob's got a point.
Mm-hmm.
I got 16 instead. How sad are the trees, Ty?
Okay. With a 16,
Outside of the trees.
I'd say the trees
Yes.
look okay. They seem to be only marginally neglected. They are often like provided the nutrients they need to survive. So it's a healthy tree. It's not laden with bugs, you know, that kind of thing. It's not infested.
These trees haven't seen some shit?
They haven't seen well. I mean, no, not in the way
Teenagers
you might
making
think.
out underneath them all the
Oh,
time.
gross. But that's scarring for anyone.
I mean,
Okay,
obviously.
I'm gonna just continue on my merry way this way.
Okay. So you continue
move 6,
traveling
not
over in this
13.
direction. And then we go to Nova in this case. That is not Nova, that is Penny.
Yes.
So Penny, what do you do now?
Oh my god, there's so many cool things going on. I wish that I could be sucked up by a hedge. I was gonna say something else, but it was gonna sound real bad.
Like ghosts. Sucked off. Anybody watch Ghosts? Never mind, sorry.
Oh my god, some kind of energy tonight, y'all.
There's
Oh, jeez.
some a brewing. It's the last day of March, and March has been sheer fuckery, and I'm very excited that it is almost over. I'm gonna follow Era.
All right. So you go walking after Era
Because
across the distance.
I was really hoping you were gonna try and follow Birch, just try and
I
meld
think
into the
the
trees.
consideration was there, but I feel like Ty wants us to move forward. So,
Let's get
but
this thing started.
Penelope would have done. She would have tried really hard and then decided not to, and then go after Era.
already. Okay. So you have all gotten closer to the manor, and as you do so, from the position that you're all kind of standing, you see a strange thing. This museum seems to be full of mannequins.
Ew, what? Ty,
Hell no.
no.
Hell no.
Uh-uh.
I'm gonna go back and talk to the trees more. Don't just go like
Nope.
mannequins.
Hi,
I'm gonna talk to the
Stova.
trees.
Hi, Stova. We're heading back.
And with that,
It's a fluke,
that's
guys.
tonight's
Wrap this shit
episode of Aether and Steamworks. Everyone, thank you very much for popping in. We will be returning next Thursday to see what happens next and to reveal who the strange individual that is within that is being controlled by Stratus, as well as what occurs with these two separate parties going from, I don't know, trying to talk to a person to trying to steal a thing and see what actually happens to them all.
Best
I
laid
don't like
plan.
you said air quotes.
So, yeah, we're gonna go around the table. We're gonna give our socials and socials. Yes, we're giving our socials to everyone out there in the
Security
audience.
numbers? All
Of
right.
course, and
542.
That's
if you would
That's
provide
not the
to
actual
us
first three of mine.
provide to us your favorite moment from tonight from one of your other actors, and also what you don't hope happens in either one of these houses. And we'll start at random, like we usually do, going around the table. And the
Why
first one
would
to
I
go
give you fodder for things
is-
that will happen next time?
Shh. Stratful, you're up first.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stratfall, playing as both Nohu, the adventurer, and Crockpot, the Skixen alchemist. And I think that both of their thoughts can be in sync, just aiming at these different directions. So you can just think that somebody is thinking that I hope the place isn't full with bloodthirsty, blood-sucking like monstrosities that tear you from limb to limb, and somebody does. So you pick whoever chooses what.
Of course. So, what was your favorite moment from tonight?
Well, it may be a bit egomaniac, but I really, really liked how at the very first mention of Crackpa, everybody suddenly started like freaking out. Even going like, oh, he's probably a bad guy, war criminal, but maybe he isn't. Like just going all around the thought process of what is a Crackpa really.
Crackbaugh is truly infamous. That's how you know that you won the game, right there. Everybody's afraid of your character.
He fulfilled his role, his wish in life.
We'll move on from there to Sanan.
So, favorite part of the show?
Yeah, favorite part of the show and what you don't want to have happen in the houses that you're going into.
All right, well, hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Sinan playing Admiral Kalgis Ronan, and now Wolfang, my old character, which I'm very happy to see alive. Favorite part of the show? I mean, having all these characters interact with each other was really fun. For once, Crackpaw suggesting, making clones of Nohu, that was terrifying yet very hilarious. I'm scared he's gonna actually do it. But yeah, and what I don't hope happens next week, I hope we won't all just succeed in this whole venture we're doing, where this all just conversation with these what that one team is doing just goes nice and just friendly, and for once
that would suck.
Yeah, the world of Aether and Steamworks is actually there's some kindness in it. I mean, that would
Stop.
boring much.
Okay.
And the heist is just super successful. We just feel like badasses. We go in, no problem at all. We go out. It's like one of those intro scene to a heist movie where you just meet the team, but they pull off a successful heist because they're badasses, and then later on there's troubles happen. But that first scene is see, this is what they can do when they're good, or when they are at their A game. That kind of a heist happens.
That
All right,
would be horrible.
For you, Sanan, I'll make sure none of that happens next episode. All right, moving right along to Shannon.
Where's the shot?
So yeah, now I'm good. I'm here Thursdays. Playing me, doing the thing, playing Nova. I don't want. I hope that Alice is just murdered. You know, like I hope that happens. I really hope we don't get there in time and she's just gutted on the floor. You know, I think that would really suck, and I'm really hoping that's not how. Or wait, is it good? That's what I want.
You
Yeah,
now
no, I
just
want
turned
that
around.
to happen. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not as good at this.
Think of the drama. Think
Right?
of the drama, right? Oh
No,
my
we
god.
need them edgelord ratings. You know, like we gotta have guts, gore, and sadness, or what the fuck is this all about anyway? Yeah. No, yeah, I'm nervous. I'm not. I would like to think that you wouldn't kill Alice unceremoniously. So, because I have a good divorce lawyer that I talk to on a regular basis.
Let's meet halfway. He'll
She's
kill
my
it.
friend.
They're
in
not even
front of
friends
you.
or anything.
No, we're not even friends. I didn't work for her for 3 years, and she always calls me when she's sad. But no, it's fine. Yeah. What was the other question? Favorite
What
part?
was your favorite part from tonight?
I really do like all of the interactions with each other. Let's see. I don't know. I'm very distracted by the bloody ascot. I'm having like a Clue moment where I'm just like I'm distracted.
Well, the interactions between everybody's like all the characters and everything was a lot of cool.
Hilarious. I like that Penelope and Era are like doing their thing. Strangely very similar. You know, they could get along.
Weird.
Yeah. And Ulfang coming back is adorable, and Darian, who I actually kind of hated in Vampire, I kind of like more now because he's not pretending to know what the hell is going on and have everything under control. So he's a little bit more endearing in that way. Yeah, no, it's great. And then Crackpaw, and the inside joke with Crackpaw is that the character that I played I was the captain on the ship that Crackpaw was originally on in Messengers. And every time I tried to roll to see if I caught him doing something bad, I failed. Like crit fail or like fail completely. So like everyone in the entire world could see that like Crackpaw was a bad guy, but Dusty Mary Meadow was like, oh no, he's just the sweetest little peach. He's so adorable. He would never do anything bad. So it was fun to bring that back.
That was pretty cool. Old memories, the good ones, you know, we just wipe away the bad ones and keep the good ones. Move over to Anna.
Hello, I'm Anna, also known as Sanctum Cosplays. I played the dumb plant Birch. That almost came out as something very different. Words are hard. That almost came out as what Birch actually hears when people call her name. As well as the anxiety being Z. I think I love Penelope. Everything about Penelope makes me very happy. And just the in-depth detail she was willing to go to explain a Hot Pocket to know who just warmed my heart. Like the inside of a Hot Pocket.
Yeah. Burning.
Yeah, really singed in there, but also every once in a while a weird, random cold spot. You know, just out of the blue.
That really kind of defines Penelope in general.
What is Penelope if not a Hot Pocket? What are we all if not a Hot Pocket, really?
Wow.
And what do you not want to have happen in the manor or the buildings?
Well, I would really like it if people would stop driving really loud outside my house. It's something I would like. As for what I would not like, I would really hate it if we just very quickly just found, it would be horrible if we found the way to save Alice, or if we found Alice herself. It'd be kind of it would feel lackluster, it would feel like we weren't doing enough. So it would get rid of all the stress for Shannon, which I really think she needs more stress in her life.
I don't have enough.
Needs more stress. If we could get her a little more gray with the amount of stress, that would be great.
I've only got 3 at the moment, so I'm trying.
Let's double it. Let's 6. 6 by the end of
this. We can double digit it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll move from there to Rob.
Appreciate your consideration, Anna.
Yeah, I'm Rob. I was multiple eras. I count them 3 eras today, which is great, and I loved. I really did enjoy watching Steven's 2 characters try and out like smug each other. Um, just like
He's got a type.
two judgy bitches just going at it. It was very good, and I would pay to watch that for a long time. As far as what I don't want to have happen, I mean, here's the thing. All these new characters are great, but I think it's time. I definitely don't want us all to survive. Like, it's time for a bit of a cull. Head should roll. Like, here's the thing, Ty. You let me melt into a pile of slag and just die instantly, and that's giving me the bloodlust. So nothing will save me now, but player character blood and death, really ad infinitum. So
All right, well, you're in luck.
oh, thank goodness. So good.
Many more Ubleki and puddles in our
Honestly,
future.
here's the thing. I would love it if it's just like an era death per episode, honestly. Because here's the thing, that really just reinforces everything that I and Era understand about their character and how they work.
You just don't make it most of the time. So
yeah, it just like
You could be the Kenny.
It's just the like definition of just if you just try every option in the video game, one of them won't kill you, right?
It's the Dark Souls approach.
Right, of just like you just have all the
beat the boss because it didn't do the thing it always did before.
Right,
Exactly.
because you just have all these like bloody visions of all the people who like jumped off that cliff and died or fell to the mimic or whatever, and just the one version is
Exactly.
just fine.
Oh god, that puddle of Era on the ship is a bloodstain, and we will be able to see Era's last moment.
Listen,
all right.
I would love to create some kind of aether quirk or something.
Where you can see the last moments of bloodstains. We'll move on from there to Steven.
Hey everyone, I am Steven. I play Aiden, as well as Darian, the asshole Bruja techie guy. Vampire guy? Anyway, my favorite part from this episode, there were so many, but I feel like it's the purple era going all Galadriel and then melting into a gooey, steamy, bubbly puddle. It was very, ugh. And Nova's reaction, like, what the fuck? Things I don't want to happen next week. Well, it would be awful if we went somewhere just to talk to somebody and battle ensued. That wasn't the plan. It was just to have a nice, cool conversation. And for once, I mean, that might be awful if we were just able to have a nice, civil conversation for once. You know? That's what I think.
Yeah. Who wants that?
You're
Success.
all bitches.
I know.
All right, and I'm Not Even Star. Ty, you can catch me on Twitter and Twitch on occasion, although I haven't twitched in a long time because I have way too much to do. But someday, I'll do it again. Anyway, catch our next show tomorrow, Delinquents, at 6 Pacific Standard Time, where they have all kinds of crazy, wacky things happening to them, too. And then Unremarkables on Saturday, which is a pretty dope show, if I do say so, Rob Self as the GM over there. And then finally, yeah, come back and see this again next Thursday. Thank you very much for watching. Keep an eye on our channel. Hey, follow us, like, subscribe, join the Discord, all that kind of stuff. And we'll see you all next time. Goodbye and good night, everyone.